and they are for.
There's also I put a
styling.
There's a light up one that I put on the table as well.
Ooh.
That's for Jordan.
Yeah, that's Jordan.
Ooh, fancy. Now let's see. Here we.
Hey.
Jesus, here we go.
Ooh.
Wait. Are you ready?
Do you have to turn
Nothing.
them on?
Nothing. wait.
What a piece of shit.
Wait.
Fucking. Yep. That's what you get for fucking dollar store heart. Goddamn.
I didn't get this.
Who got it?
Stephanie did.
Dollar store.
Stephanie got these.
Dollar
Jordan texted
store.
me this morning. Hey, go pick up more stuff.
Dollar store.
I guess she got more stuff to wear than to.
Are we pre-showing?
Oh wait, yeah, we're pre-showing.
Hi pre-show.
Ooh.
Hi
Hi,
pre-show.
pre-show.
Look at all these
Now, before
lonely
the
people
comments
here.
start up, let's say mobile isn't going. How much you want to bet?
Mobile is not going
Well,
yet.
they can't hear you anyway, so they're just gonna say it in the chat no matter what.
Sure.
I like these glasses. These are pretty cool.
Your face is gonna be sparkly the rest of the
These
day.
are pretty cool. Are they really? No, there's nothing on the other side. Oh, wait. Oh!
Look on the front. Look on the front of them.
Yeah, but that doesn't go through the back, does it?
No.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. Like,
Is there anything on my face?
Don't worry about it.
There's a twinkle in your eye.
In my
There's a twinkle in your eye.
Wait, are you serious? Because that's like, I thought you might have been like.
No.
Thought it might have been like a Valentine's
it's the red
Day joke.
light going off your eye, and it's.
The twinkle in my eye on the Valentine's Day.
That's a regular Frank Sinatra right there.
Time.
Look at all of these things that we will not be reading.
Jordan will.
Jordan, you can't read all this.
I don't read all of it. I condense it.
Jordan, you can't read all this.
Jordan, can you hand me that pack? Oh fuck, he has them already.
Yeah, he was already opening
All
them.
right, well,
His won't work either.
We'll see about that.
We will see about that.
Bejewel my arms.
I labored for the last hour putting this set together.
This is our
I hope
script.
people appreciate it.
We've gotten Creature Talk down to a script now. Script events.
Could you
Scripted
tease
events.
the fourth line in the sixth paragraph, please?
$8 a month, you'll get a free domain.
That sounds like a deal.
That is a deal. That's a creature deal right there.
What the heck? These?
Oh, Jordan's works.
You kidding me? Only some of them light up, though. I guess that's the way it's supposed to be.
That's like it's like you know when you make a seashell necklace and you kind of like use like a divider. You use one big one, you know.
They're
Like-
supposed to light up.
No,
Use
no,
the
they're
light.
not all supposed to line up. That's just
That's
stupid.
absurd. Way over their budget as well, and our budget.
Don't start that Reddit 50-50, guys. You guys got me in trouble last time for
You
that.
got yourself in trouble last time, and I helped you. I helped you. I bet people are excited though. James is on Reddit 50-50.
I got in too much trouble.
Jordan reprimanded everybody right after that creature
No
talk.
more Reddit.
I was
50-50.
reprimanding during.
That's
I got pulled aside and I got scolded that.
See, like looks warped. Jordan, is yours like flat or is it warped looking on the actual battery pack part?
It's bulging.
Yeah, that's mine too.
It's not warped.
It's like hot glued closed too.
What a piece of shit.
Oh, I'm gonna break into this thing.
If you pay $8, you'll get a free domain.
That is it. I told you. That's the fourth line on here.
Let me just sit down here.
So how's everybody doing today? Valentine's Day.
Today fucking sucks.
Look at this. Like, oh, it's kind of hiding in my. Let me zip up a little bit here so this doesn't.
You gotta add on other.
Put on your.
These aren't. They're dividers. You're right.
I told you that.
That's garbage.
You think they're gonna waste that much of their fucking battery power on every single one of them?
The wires are like glued. Like
They're all
super
hot
glued,
glued.
Like
Yeah.
hot glued.
Get the fuck out of here. It's not fucking Mardi Gras.
Joe, what are you doing?
What is he?
What?
A list.
We already have it.
He's got another list.
He's got another one here.
What is this list?
It's a list of people what they want to talk about. Oh, okay.
What they want to talk about.
What do you do? Get a picture.
His arm is just like.
His arm's literally just sticking through the door. He's not in here.
Is this a live wire? Will I get shocked if I fucking?
All right.
Nah.
I pulled off the glue on top of it.
Can I get my sword? Someone said, "Can I get my sword?" Can I bring my sword?
What sword?
My
you can't
sword.
Bring your sword.
The purple one.
This is a podcast. You can't.
My purple sword. My sword.
Your purple sword?
Yeah, it's kind of like a katana.
Oh,
It's the
that
purple
one.
Oh,
sword.
that sword. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, no.
God now, let me
You
try
have
to
to bring my red
jumpstart
sword.
this here.
You guys trying to get us in trouble?
I'm trying to jumpstart
Apparently, I mean, ew. I feel like
wearing
if
a
it's fucking sparks in your face.
Man, look at this. I'm just like... I'm blinging it up today. I'm blinging it up.
Guys, it's already Valentine's Day. We don't want to get too crazy.
Yeah.
We don't want to get too crazy. Not
We
today.
don't want another incident like last year.
Last year.
Last year.
this. Garbage.
I
Last
don't know what happened last year.
Dan.
last year.
Garbage.
Dan.
You just threw that out. That was probably like 50 cents.
At least.
It cost
50
3
cents
cents to
I have a
make, so
live
they
wire on my-
profited
my lap.
97.
Fantastic.
I think we can get going here.
Look at all these. I was gonna say directions,
I
but
was gonna say Doritos.
what's going on here?
Do it again.
That just fucked up for a second there.
Dan did it again.
It's I don't know what it's doing. I don't
Man,
think it's the
who ordered
HDMI.
that laptop? Who ordered such a
I don't
terrible
know.
laptop?
This thing has worked in the past, though. I don't
There
understand.
you go.
It works. I mean, that's what
That creature.
you know. What I'll do. You know, what I'll do.
Not creature talk. Just
You
the
know,
Has
I'll
anyone
do.
watched 50 Shades of Grey yet?
No, came out yesterday.
Can't
though.
say I've had that displeasure.
What are the reviews looking like?
I read a review and it said
Jordan's looking it up over there so
I
he can
would
tell us from
rather-
afar away, so nobody can hear him.
Hmm.
Even knowing I have a laptop right in front of me, which is the point of it.
the top review was
We're in the pre-show
Hey,
right now.
he's got the top
Hey,
review.
the top review on 50 Shades of Grey was I would rather have read and watched a reenactment of the iTunes user agreement.
So what? So like when you sign up on iTunes and you have to accept the user agreement, that they would rather someone act that out.
Yeah.
Interesting. Kind of
It
want
was
to
a
go
1
see it.
star.
Kind of want to go see it.
It was a 1-star review.
I feel like it would be like 1 out of 10, not enough sex.
I'm going to see
Probably.
You're
it. Yep. I'm going to see it.
wow. Well, you tell me how that is.
I'll do a Dan's News review on it.
You tell me how that goes.
I'll bring back that series and do a Dan's News review.
I feel like that's gonna be. It's not gonna get a lot initially, but I feel like once it comes out like on DVD and shit, it'll probably get a lot of money just as like a gag gift alone.
You know
Like
that-
it'll be like, here's your Christmas present, and it's like, oh, it's 50 Shades of Grey. Like that's probably what people do with the book as
Yeah.
well. They probably
Yeah.
use it as a gag gift.
They pulled a Guardians of the Galaxy and announced that they are doing the full trilogy before it even came out. Because the hype around it was so big.
Hey, it's a lady that wrote it, right?
Yeah.
She's fucking making super bank.
Oh yeah, she is.
Every fucking single one of these people that write the books, like that fucking have a trilogy. It's just. Whew.
I hope they split the last one into 2.
I want to write a trilogy and just fucking, it doesn't even need to be about anything. It could just be about like scraping toe jam off your feet.
When you write your
know?
autobiography, you can make it into a trilogy.
I could make that into a trilogy. We already talked about that. That
Yep.
3-parter.
Split it into a trilogy. The Heist.
Split the last one in 2.
All right, we're starting.
We're starting.
Boom. Yeah, bring the missile hoe.
Why didn't you do that, Jordan?
Bring the missile hoe in here.
Why didn't you just play like a porn song or something for you could have just played like I don't even know what kind of
What kind of porn have you been watching?
That sounded like that stock music thing where it's like.
like, what the fuck was that?
Oh, that's just me then, huh? Oh, okay.
That was nowhere near any kind of porn songs that
My
I've heard.
goodness.
That was just me. Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind for next time. I was just kidding, by the way. That's nothing I've ever heard
Hey.
before.
Take us through your script here after talking about porn music.
Scripted creature talk.
Okay, everyone be quiet, please.
Auntie Joe.
This episode of Creature Talk is brought to you in part by Squarespace. Squarespace is the easiest way to create a beautiful website, blog, or online store for you and your ideas. Squarespace features an elegant interface, beautiful templates, and incredible 24/7 customer support. Try Squarespace at squarespace.com/creature and enter the offer code CREATURE at checkout to get an extra 10% off. Squarespace. Build it beautiful.
His performance is getting better and better.
Amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you.
I actually heard about this site through us. I watched Creature Talk and I heard through us.
Yeah, you heard that.
Nice.
I watched Jeff Bridges last week.
You
Wait,
see his,
did
was
you
that 2
watch
weeks
Super Bowl
ago?
commercial?
What do you mean you
What
watched
did that have
it?
to do with Squarespace?
You watched
It was a
Oh,
Squarespace.
wait, I remember. I remember.
Okay, Kevin
Oh
was
my-
trying to
I
razz
remember.
Jordan,
Kevin.
but failed.
Kevin,
What does
you've
Jeff
been in every
Bridges
single
have to do with
Creature Talk since
Squarespace?
we've been in here, and you've heard me talk about Jeff Bridges and Squarespace last week, or the
That
week
was
before
a
last.
week before that.
I forget times and
weeks
stuff. But the thing is, Kevin,
So he was here when you
Yes, I was. Yeah.
yeah, and he still tried to go after me because of
Hey,
Jeff
that's-
Bridges.
Vicious.
It happens,
Vicious
man.
Kevin.
It's 2 weeks. It's a lot of time in between. 2 weeks is a lot of time. You
Short-term
forget
memory,
things.
all
I guess
okay?
so. I
Short-term
guess so.
memory loss.
So, what is today, Jordan?
Well, today is February the 14th, 2015.
Valentine's
Valentine's Day, as you can
Day.
see.
Hey,
Hey, man. Yesterday, Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah.
We don't
Friday
talk
the
about that day.
13th.
Friday
Well,
the
no, he's
13th.
going off of a story from yesterday.
oh,
that,
we had a
boy.
story.
we had quite the drive-through
We had a
experience.
Remember when we went to go grab food yesterday after recording
Oh,
Creaturtopia?
okay. Yeah.
We had an experience at the Wendy's.
At the Wendy's.
At
Yeah.
the Wendy's.
Getting you
Jordan.
and Alex your Wendy's.
Somebody like dress up as Jason and go to the
Well-
window like that.
No, it was a little bit different. So basically, we drive up to the drive-through. We were getting Alex, and you'd written down your order, and I begin to order, and the lady just decides to put this down as a meal. I was like, Asiago chicken sandwich, and she was like,
That's an honest mistake. That's an honest
yeah,
mistake.
I know it was.
You're
Her
asking for a
reaction, though.
sandwich,
Her
and she
reaction.
wants to give
Her
you a
reaction
meal.
was
I
the
know,
thing.
I know. Her reaction was the thing that caught me off guard because she's like, and starts deleting it and going back through and adding the sandwich because I didn't want a meal. And then I asked for fries, and she's like, "So it's not a meal."
And
So
then
you don't want the
best part
meal.
is right after that. Jordan has more to order. Your total will be $7.24 at the second window.
Yeah, I'm not even done ordering. She's like, "Your total will be $7." You pull forward to the next window. I'm like, I have more too, and I proceed to order the rest. Where she was just in as a foul of a mood as she was a few seconds ago.
Tude.
Just rather, I had experienced it before, but never on that level of.
So
just
this was
grouchiness.
it wasn't crazy late last night. You went like maybe 9-10 o'clock, right?
It was like
7:30.
8.
Yeah,
It was
7 something.
about 7.
Yeah,
7:38.
7:38. Yeah.
I don't know. I
Wasn't-
mean,
wasn't the late shift
listen,
workers?
Like, just play it back in your head about what you're asking for a sandwich. She
Mm-hmm.
thinks meal. You take away the meal, you get the sandwich,
Mm-hmm.
but then you add fries. Of course, she's going to be a little bit tiffed about that because it's like you just ordered everything in the meal except for the fucking
Well,
drink.
she was more so tiffed that she had punched in the meal and then had to take that
Hey,
off. It wasn't the fact
You
that I
need to
added
get
fries
you need to get
afterwards.
across to her. That's her fucking fault. You shouldn't have fucking punched that in before I fucking finished the order.
Speaking
mean,
of
yeah.
not finishing the order, though, she tried to give him his total about 3 times before he was done with the total order.
Yeah.
Just yell back and be like, "I'm
I,
not.
I was being
I'm not
patient.
done yet."
I was patient. So after that, we pull forward and we
She
get up
said,
to
"Do you
the.
want me to come inside? Just come inside and we."
Well, we were all snickering about that.
Yeah.
Pulling
So
up.
she probably heard you snickering. And
No,
she got
no,
more-
no, 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 no,
We had
no.
pulled
How do you
away.
know?
We had pulled away. We were just like,
We were
not
snickering.
snickering, like, it was more like, what the fuck just happened? And then the first window, we pull up to the first window. Guy opens the window, leans forward to Jordan, goes, "Friday the 13th, man." And then Jordan hands him his card and goes, "Yeah." And that was the extent of any conversation between
Just gave me the
two.
car back, shut the window really quick,
And we were just
drove
like-
through to the next
we were
window.
just like,
He was trying to make conversation with him. You didn't
And
say
then the
anything
thing
back.
was, I did say something back. He leaned, and that not just any kind of lean. He leaned out, beyond where any normal drive-through worker would lean. He leaned in. He was inside the car.
James, if you were
I'm
there,
pretty
you
sure
would have
he-
thought it was just as weird.
I'm pretty sure he was inside the car at that
I
point.
understand
It
that
wasn't
she.
just like
I
Friday
understand
the
that she
13th.
fucked up in the order stuff, but this guy's trying to be nice, and he's just like, hey, it's Friday the 13th, right? It's dark out, it's creepy. You're here
It's
at
not.
Wendy's,
It's
right?
not like 9 whatever your total. It's Friday the 13th, man.
No, it wasn't just that. It was
Maybe he was pissed that he was
Friday the
working on Friday
13th.
the 13th.
Yeah, he
then.
seemed pretty
He
jovial
was
about
pretty
it.
happy
Yeah, he
about
was
it. Yeah,
happy.
he was happy.
So then why didn't you make conversation?
I mean, I tried. I was just
he
like,
said yeah.
What do
Yeah.
you say in response to that? Yes, it is.
Should have been like, yeah,
Yeah,
man,
man. Sure
yeah,
is.
man.
Tomorrow's the
I
14th.
watched the movie last night or something. Just make some shit up, Like,
I mean,
see, what he said.
They're like, yeah, man. Jason wasn't even in the first one.
yeah.
I mean, I probably would have gone into it more if I hadn't been so upset at the first encounter at the Wendy's drive-thru, because
Yeah,
the
you have
first
to be in
the
our
first
state of
stage
mind.
really sets the tone of how the drive-thru experience is going to work, and it was destroyed by the first thing. So when I got to the second one, Friday the 13th, and I was just like, yeah. Gave the car back, shut the
He
window.
didn't
we
say
drove
anything
forward.
after that, and
Yeah,
neither
it
did
was just-
Jordan. So it was just
It was
weird.
just kind of
A
weird.
little bit of
and-
awkwardness on both sides.
Yeah, I'd say
yeah.
I had a part
Little
to do
bit
with it
of
because I
awkwardness
could have
on both
definitely
sides.
engaged him back. But like I said, I was kind of put off by that first experience at the drive-thru.
I guess they were trying
Pulled
to do
forward.
like a good cop, bad cop kind of thing.
Maybe
At the
maybe
drive-thru.
they could have. Yeah, but we pulled forward, got our food, everything seemed normal, and sure enough, it was fine.
Normal for a Wendy's, right?
Yeah.
Normal for
So-
a Wendy's.
We then went over to Taco Bell, where Alex got the bright idea that he was going to test this upon these Taco Bell employees. So after everyone had ordered, he ordered his food. I was just about to pay. They gave me the total. Hey guys, it's Friday the 13th, which they responded, hey, but it's not October.
Hey, you could have
Alex
said
got-
that.
I
Alex
could
got
have said
fucking
that.
wrecked.
So I
Does this
understood
change
that point.
Friday the 13th if it's
I
not
don't
in
even
October
know.
or not? Like what?
I guess. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Maybe it changes like
Alex
the-
got
It's
wrecked.
more spooky.
Maybe it changes like the significance.
Either way, Alex
yeah,
got
I don't know.
wrecked. I mean, I guess it would be spookier if it was October.
I mean,
Yes.
it might change it a bit.
Basically,
I don't know.
Alex got destroyed by a Taco Bell employee.
And she was a trainee too.
Yeah.
She wasn't even like a full-on employee. We imagined she went back and the lady was just like, "You're ready now." After that,
You're
and
in.
she's not a trainee anymore. She's a full-on employee. Why are you wearing the glasses? Can I wear your
She wrecked
glasses?
Alex. My mic was wearing those.
You're not even wearing them though.
My mic was wearing those.
Where the hell did Jordan go?
I'm not sure.
All right. Well,
Anyway.
I'm gonna pop out the chat so I can read it on here. What's our next topic?
Our first topic, actually, that wasn't even a fucking topic. Whatever that
I know.
was.
I don't know why you
Our
didn't write it
first
on
topic.
there.
That
because we
wasn't
were
even a
planning
topic.
it. Yesterday, I was like, "Oh, we need to definitely talk about that."
So, Friday the 13th chat at Wendy's and Taco Bell
Yep.
sounded like a superb chat when it
pretty
came
good.
to awkwardness.
Pretty good.
Yep.
Speaking of awkwardness, there you go.
Good transition there.
Do I
Speaking of,
continue?
I guess we do continue. I think Jordan knew the most about the. Do you know?
All right.
We
Well,
watched it.
We
I
watched
didn't
it.
watch
You weren't
it.
there. He wasn't there.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
All right. So
I only know what you.
the
guys
other
told
day
me.
there was a Law and Order SVU Special Victims Unit elaborated.
I literally
Episode.
I can't even believe this.
No idea it was happening. The next day, Alex had linked in our chat a supercut version that has been making its rounds of all the
I'd imagine
kind
that
of
should have a
highlights.
lot of views now.
It probably does. The highlights of the episode. Now, the episode kind of chronicled Gamergate / swatting / just feminism and gaming. And it was clearly written by an outsider who didn't fully understand it. It also seemed like maybe it was an older person who wrote it, because it was like a very kind of dated look at like a nerd. Like nerds walk around saying, you know, "Oh, I just
Camping.
leveled up and
Yeah.
camping," and "Oh, there's such an FAL." "Oh, RFL, you know, ROFL, Lamau," like stuff like that. Like nobody walks around and like that. I know like that. It's just
I don't think anyone's ever
Red
really.
Chan.
I don't think I've
I don't
met
really think
anybody
anyone's
that's
ever.
done that.
Yeah,
Red
I
Chan.
I don't know who's ever done that.
It was
in terms
just-
of like that.
played a lot of stereotypes.
It was bad.
When you guys were talking about this, Law and Order thing, and I'm just like, I was down here in my office just thinking like, it's probably like a fan cut up thing, like it's like an existing Law and Order episode that was cut up like dialogue wise to make it seem like it like applied to gaming.
No.
I didn't realize that they actually did an entire episode based on gaming, and like you got fucking Ice-T is fucking like heading this shit up where he's got like most of these cheesy dialogue things, and like I'm just thinking like why would he do that?
He's a gamer. Like
he voiced fucking in Gears, and he's fucking what are you doing this?
we saw Ice-T at the Sunset Overdrive launch event, and like he was playing games, and like he is a gamer. I've seen him talk about video gaming in the past, and it's just like I don't know why he wouldn't be like, nah, this doesn't make sense. Like
how he talks?
that's my Ice-T. It doesn't quite make sense.
Yeah, you would think that he'd be like, well, hey, I've been around gaming, I've been in a game, I've voiced a game, I've been around these people. This is clearly not exactly like how it is, or you should change this or change this. They don't talk like this, you know, like.
It was weird. They used this character as the one who was in the know about video gaming, so it was like kind of like him.
Yeah.
But he was like elaborating on everything because all the gamers, all they were doing was talking in acronyms and like, you know, it was melting my brain watching it because it was nothing like what it really is.
I couldn't believe
to me.
like what was going on in that episode. I just literally wanted that show to get canceled, like right after that.
Hey, the original Law and Order got canceled
without the what's his face, Christopher Maloney dude.
Yeah.
When he left, it's just like, I don't care. I don't care. And now I don't even know what the fuck is going on there. Like I don't know who. How many lines of people did it have to get through to actually make it on the air? Like,
well,
how many people had to be like, here's the thumbs up? You know?
A lot of time on Law and Order and Law and Order SVU, they would do stuff called like they would ripped from the headlines. So it was things that were actually happening, and they would kind of warp it and make a story out of it in Law and Order. So that was, I'm assuming they saw the Gamergate stuff and the Sony stuff and the.
It's about time.
Saw the Gamergate stuff, saw the Sony stuff, because they make a Sony hack reference. Like, no, I'm not going to be a coward like Sony. I'm going to stick to my guns. Like, I guess they saw all this stuff and was like, okay, we'll make an episode reflecting on it. But I've never watched Law and Order and thought they've been way off, like, on what this culture is. Because generally they do, like, you know, drug culture and gang culture and stuff like that. I wonder what the gang people watch it when. I bet they kind of maybe look at it in the same way of like, we don't do that shit. Like,
And then they talk about it on their podcasts.
I have no idea.
yeah, on the drug podcast.
It's just like the fucking just like the scenes that they've made out. Like it just.
What is
didn't
Jordan
even
doing
make any
over
sense.
What is
here?
Jordan doing?
Jordan,
I'm scared.
Jordan's what's happening.
Who was that?
I'm very scared.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, God.
James, which one is he?
Hey,
James.
here he is.
That's James.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes, come here, stand up, rise. You are
Rise,
here.
James.
This is happening
Rise,
again.
my son.
James.
Valentine's
Rise,
Day,
my
if you don't
son.
stand, you get the lap dance. Okay.
Oh.
Yes, we're right over there. Before you can be deemed worthy of me, Cupid, coming here on this very special day. You do know I'm a heart specialist. Good thing, too. Your pulse is really fast.
Ooh.
You have to pass the basic minimum IQ test of love. Are you ready for your first IQ test question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey.
For your first real question, did you ever hear about the mushroom that could never get a second date? Turns out the ladies complained the mushroom wasn't a real fun guy. This is going to be a long hour and a half. We'll give you another chance. Did you ever hear about the cow that jumped over the barbed wire fence? We won't go into details, but it was an utter catastrophe.
We need a rim.
We'll give you another chance. What did the elephant say this morning to James? The elephant said to the naked James, okay, it's cute, but how do you pick up peanuts with it? Now we know why James doesn't have a girlfriend. Okay! They said I could insult you. Now! I'll give you another chance if 2 is company, 3 is a crowd. What is 2 plus 2? Yes, he's uncertain. 4. Very good.
Yes! I got one right.
Must be from Pennsylvania. Okay. Now,
How did he
we
know
have
that?
I want you all all do, and as I give them his very special gifts. First we have for you your very own lovely beauty pageant sash that says, I am loved.
He's loved.
Put your arm right through there. Your arm, your other arm, your other arm. Yes, must be northern Pennsylvania. Now, we also have for you your very own loved one.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, and last but not least, your very own crown of love. I do, however, regret to inform you that today, because of scheduling conflicts, my usual performance partner could not make it. This being Valentine's, we're always supposed to do things in pairs. So every time I point to you, we want you to hold your wand of love high in the air. And we want you to go like this. Are you ready? Here we go. A 1, a 2, 1, 2, 3. Yes, looks like he's practiced that at home. But wait, there's more. Not only do we want you to whip them into a frenzy, we want you to at the same time to do the song of love. We want you to sing, oh, are you ready? A 1, a 2, a 3. But wait, there's more. Not only do we want you to whip him into a frenzy, not only do we want you to do the song of love, we want you to at the same time to do the dance of love for Valentine's. Don't we want to see a great dance of love?
Yeah.
Here we go. A 1, expectations are high. A 2, a 3.
Oh, Jake.
You forgot to do all 3 at once. We're going to try it again this time. The better you do all 3, the song of love, the dance of love, the better you go wild. The sooner, I promise, I'll leave.
What's the third one?
Here we go. Whip him into a frenzy. 1, 2, 3. We're at midnight. Here we go. Will you be your secret admirer's Valentine? Whip him into a frenzy. Please be her Valentine. You make her happy when skies are gray. So tell her true, will you be hers? She must have your answer today. The other night as she lay dreaming, she dreamt she held you in her arms. So soft and cuddly, she got a warm fuzzy. But then off went the alarm. Will you be her Valentine? Please be her Valentine. You make her happy when skies are gray. So tell her true, will you be hers? She must have your answer today. Give her a round of applause.
Yeah.
Yes, and you're wondering who did this to you. Who sent me, Cupid, here today? Well, they honestly hope that this singing telegram, it was a ball. But do not despair, really they care. They do care with their all. Yes, you can sing, you can dance. Be glad they didn't make you do the big Cupid dipper. So happy Valentine's Day from your secret admirer. And be glad she didn't send me as a stripper. And I bet you're wondering, how do you get even with whoever sent me? Well, you can order them a singing telegram. But before I go, let's all join in a chorus of Happy Valentine's Day to the Happy Birthday chorus. Ready?
Happy Valentine's Day to you.
One more time.
Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Your party.
Do the dance, yeah. Happy
Valentine's Day, dear Jay.
That's what the women want to see.
Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Give yourself all a round of applause. Yes, hope you enjoyed it. Tell everybody out there and the person who sent me here today how much you love them right now.
Did you do this to me? Did you do this to me?
Very good. We're out of here. Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day.
World star. World star. World star. World star. Oh! How'd you get the same guy?
That was pretty good.
He was here last year.
That was the exact same guy.
It's the same.
That was the exact
He
same
was here
guy.
last year.
Where is he? That was
Hey.
pretty good. That was pretty good. Oh, Jordan's gone.
This is.
How'd you like that?
You got the same guy.
Same guy.
Same exact guy.
That was the same guy from last year.
You like that?
All
You know, that
right.
was pretty. That was pretty cool, you know? With
Your
the,
love.
How'd you guys like that?
with the shoes on the other foot, you know? I got more stuff than Alex got last year.
You got a sash. You got a balloon crown. A
He
balloon
got a
staff.
motorcycle.
I can't
pretty
believe
good.
it.
That guy's upped his game since
Thank
last
you.
year.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Joe.
Bye, Joe.
Oh man,
I'm scared for next year.
what were we talking about?
We were
don't
talking
remember.
about Law and Order, and he fucking busted in and did his thing.
Oh, he
It's
certainly
a face
did.
on this heart.
There's a face. Oh, it's a cat.
It's on both ends too. It's on the other end.
What the fuck?
It looked like a ball sack, but
Oh my god.
that was pretty good.
It's the same guy.
That was pretty good.
It was the same guy.
I can't believe it.
How did
I was actually here for this one. Last time I wasn't here.
he got the same guy?
That's impressive.
It seems like I don't think I can do anything.
You are loved.
I don't think
You
I can do stuff for Alex anymore because he's just gonna do it back to me, and it's
Oh,
My God.
oh
I know the TV's crooked now.
wow.
Can't fix it.
I can't believe. Oh Jesus, there's glitter everywhere now. My crown. I like my crown. Oh my God. I didn't know whether to cry tears of happiness or
Fear.
or fear. Yeah.
Tears of fear.
What does it say? I am loved.
You are loved.
Yep.
We love you, James.
Wow.
We
Nice.
all love you.
This is truly, truly an anniversary of the Valentines. Well,
I hope he doesn't come back next year.
Is he gonna come back next year again? He's gonna be here. He's gonna be here every fucking year.
He's a pretty good singer. That guy's
He
a
is,
pretty good
yeah.
singer.
he is.
He's got a good voice.
I was when he pointed over to me, I didn't know if I was supposed to sing too, but like he was going so well, so
Why ruin it?
wow. I just,
My word.
I think Jordan might be kicking him out.
Somebody said now he's away to beat off in Jordan's office. That guy.
He made some pretty. He didn't make those crude jokes to Alex. I didn't tell him to do that.
I guess Alex told him.
I didn't tell him to do that. I didn't say come in here and make fun. Like he came in and he went pretty
He
hard,
ripped you up.
and I can't even be mad about it because he gave me like a crown and stuff. So
The crown of love.
He could punch you in the face and you couldn't be mad. He's just such a jovial
somebody,
guy.
because somebody sent him.
Was he dressed up as Cupid last year?
No,
I
it
think
was
he
a
just-
biker.
I think-
It was a biker.
Yeah, because he had the front thing
It was a
coming off.
biker.
He
It was
had
a
the different
biker.
Suits. Jordan. Jordan's
Jordan.
back.
Jordan, did you kick him out?
I did.
Kick him out?
Are you sure he's not in your
Why
office?
did
That
he-
light's getting pretty beat up from everybody going through.
Yeah.
Did Alexander pay him extra to insult me?
No, that was me.
You?
Oh.
That was me. Alex organized it, and Alex told me about it, and I was like, "Hey, I'll throw in $50 to make him insult James."
$50 is what it took
$50
to
is
go
what it
that
took.
hard on me.
Oh yeah.
Well, he did meet me.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Someone who's never met me.
He
Dude,
did meet me. He did meet me last year.
Drink real quick.
Wow.
He just comes in. Who's James? I should have guessed.
He fucking ripped me apart. He said, I don't have a girlfriend. I won't get a girlfriend. I know how to jerk off. I fucking, there was a lot of
Pennsylvania stuff,
a
too.
lot of Pennsylvania stuff. Wow,
He
Pennsylvania.
did some research on you.
You
I'll
must
tell
be
you
from
what.
Pennsylvania because you know how to jerk off. The double, Unbelievable.
Oh. Wow. Well, that was something
I hope that
else
was
right
worth
there.
the $50 extra
Oh,
that you
that
fucking
was.
added
Oh,
on
yeah.
top.
That Dorn sure was.
I'm not doing anything for Alexander anymore. I learned my lesson.
So what were you guys talking about?
We finished the
were talking
SVU
about- yeah.
topic. We
you
rolled around to
finished
the end
it?
of Yeah. Anything you want to weigh in on that?
I mean, it was just, just looking at it, it was just probably one of the worst things I've ever watched on television. But it's basically, like what people see us as.
Yeah, that's what we were just
Red
talking about.
chair.
Like, it was like an outsider's perspective on it.
Yeah.
Because
A really twisted.
I've never been to a convention and heard somebody go back up and go home, girl. We don't need you in this industry and stuff like that.
Yeah, if anyone
It's
said that
like,
at a convention,
Jesus
they would
Christ.
get their ass beat.
Like I've never seen anything like that happen at a convention. And there's like a fucking they were doing like a game demo, I guess, and they're just like kill in the crowd. I'm like.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anything
bloodthirsty, like sexual.
Yeah, it's bloodthirsty
deviants, like-
weirdos that like seeing, like that whole Cobbs. Well, that's what it was. Kill or be slaughtered, right?
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
slaughter him.
Like, it just showed such an extreme of like there are people who
The people
are
that
assholes,
don't
who are
know
misogynists.
the
who
difference between games and reality. It's all a blur to them. They don't know.
That was like when like your swatting happened. Everybody was talking about like a lot of the news people were like, a game that went too far, came into reality and
They were
stuff like
also
that.
saying a rival gamer did, shit like that.
Like,
Like,
it's
like it
such-
was a clan war or something.
Because they can't understand.
The
like,
swatting scene was very similar to yours,
yeah,
though.
it was
in the
Can
episode.
I have some candy?
Because-
can I just have some candy? Can I have some candy, please?
It was
because it wouldn't be too weird for what she was doing because she was like Skyping or something like that.
Yeah.
Why would a cop be like to a Skype thing? In yours they were curious because it's just like what the hell is going on?
yeah, there's just like a bunch of things happening right now.
On
Is he
hers it would just
hacking
be like
something?
a Skype window or something like that, which isn't too. And
then he's like- And he actually looked like one of the SWAT officers. that like,
I thought it was very
it
similar.
was pretty good.
But,
He's just like shit.
can I have one?
I hate
blue
these
one?
things. Actually, the orange ones
It's over
aren't too
there
bad.
underneath the laptop. Luckily enough, it's blue.
Hey! Oh.
Disgusting.
That one's pretty good right there.
I'm still confused.
Tastes like joy.
But yeah, that SVU episode, just the cringiest part, I think, was the fact that they kept on using just like, what are the word for those things? Like,
Acronyms?
yeah, acronyms. They kept on using acronyms, and Ice-T's like always like, oh, that stands for. Oh, that stands for. Like it was kind of annoying.
They're such FALs. Failure at life.
Failure at life. Someone that is very much a loser.
I liked when he explained mods to the one lady because he was like, "It's like a game hack," or he was like, "It's like a hack, a user hack on the game that makes it different."
And then there's their sting op against these kids by responding to them on a forum. Like they're on a forum responding to them. They do a sting where they like meet up and like, oh yeah.
Oh man, you cop a feel? Yeah, I did. They were kind of small, but
It's like the fact that
Jesus
anyone
Christ.
would just be like, yeah, let's meet up and talk about it. I want some more deets on the doxing. By the way, doxing, it's when somebody publishes your personal information, password, security information.
The hacker known as Red Chan.
Wow. Well, that was fun. Oh, boy. That's pretty fun right there.
Next up on the docket.
How you feeling, James?
What's up?
I mean, you got
he
an
looks all
amazing
loved
crown.
out.
By the way, that
Too much
that
love.
guy, he loves this. Like he told me before, he's like, this makes it right here.
Aww.
Just being able to
It
go in
can't
front,
be
like
that fun
in
of-
front of you guys and like doing it as well. It's like
It can't
his
be that
biggest
fun of a
audience.
job doing like bachelorette parties and shit that are happening or whatever. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
when he does that, like the practical jokes and.
Did you tell him how many people were watching?
No, I didn't.
You'll
But
find
he
out
knew,
later.
like he figured from last time. Didn't you guys tell him last time?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I told him there was probably like over 20,000 people last time. Yeah.
this time it's probably less. So
Not too much less, but still a lot more than you would ever
I'm
get.
sure
in
you
like
guys are
a-
going to put that on YouTube. And
Well, it made him happy.
Oh, it's going on YouTube. Why do you think Joe was in here with the camera?
So I watched a documentary yesterday.
oh,
I watched a documentary. I watched another documentary.
you got some sparklies on your face.
Well, yeah, after
Some
what
guys.
just happened to me, I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it
You
was
know?
this.
Yeah, well, he
They're
probably
like-
had some on him too.
They look like purple sparkles, like the ones the
funny
guy
if
had
you
on
look-
his wings.
That would have been something. I'm still happy that I got way more than Alex got last year. So he only got like whatever the fuck he
got a
made him
bike.
last time. Yeah, he got him a bike.
He got a balloon.
It was a pretty
bike.
big bike, but like I get a crown and a fucking jerk off stick.
Is
So
that a kitty cat on
Yeah, there's a kitty cat on the top and bottom.
kitty cat.
top and
Oh, yeah.
bottom. That's pretty good. So yeah, I watched a documentary yesterday. As I was laying in bed, I was scrolling through the Netflix, and I came across a little documentary called Unhung Hero.
That's a play on Unsung Hero.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
yeah.
It absolutely is. So what do you think it would be about, Unhung Hero?
Well,
Huh?
Any idea?
I mean, there's several things in this world that hang.
Something about Jordan's intro to this.
It's about
his
his
music.
dick. It's about his dick. It's about his dick.
His
It's about his
unhung dick.
pee-pee. It's about his pee-pee. So,
Can I read the description of it on that?
Oh my god.
Go ahead.
Before you go.
Go ahead.
Unhung hero charts a humiliated man's fact-finding journey as he consults porn stars, doctors, anthropologists, or anthropologists, to learn whether the size of one's manhood matters.
Yeah. So the documentary starts off, right? I didn't even get to finish it because it was like over. It was over an hour long. I didn't have the time to fucking deal with that. There was too much dick going around there. But so it starts off. It's funny enough that it starts off kind of like in the YouTube space a little bit. It's just a normal guy. He's like a comedian guy. And fair warning before you fucking look this shit up, like there is a little bit of nudity in there, just a little bit. Just a little
Figured
bit.
there would be.
Little tiny bit.
He goes to like a porn convention or something like that, a little bit. But so it starts off this I guess normal guy, he's like a comedian or whatever. He had a part in like That 70s Show or something, like a small part at some time. So he's a big fan of basketball. He goes to a basketball game with his girlfriend at the time, and he decides to do the whole let's propose, tell them. They put it on the Jumbotron, all that shit. And he's proposing to her, and like they blur her face out, but like she's just kind of like, and then she gets up and walks away. So she just gets up and leaves, and like the lady that was announcing it, she's just kind of like so she might be camera shy or something like that. And she leaves. It's pretty much a no. She pretty much said no. On the Jumbotron. Everyone's like, oh, but I guess that video ended up getting posted on YouTube, and this was around the time, I guess, that the Reply Girls were still a thing, so there was a lot of footage in the documentary of, like, Reply Girls fucking reposting it.
I remember that.
They were reposting it.
Glad that went away.
And they
Now it's
were,
just streaming.
It was just, like, kind of like, why would she do that? She must have been so nervous. She must have been like, so scared, and that's why she ran away. They were talking about it on like his local news shows and shit like that. Like it was pretty embarrassing. And then it starts off the documentary where he says like she actually said no. One of the biggest reasons was because he has a small pee-pee. That's why
was
she said
with
no.
him then if she was like
She's probably using him for his
small
fame.
dick?
Probably.
No, for his fame.
For his small
I don't think he
dick.
was famous before that though. Was he?
Huh?
He wasn't famous before.
No,
that.
he's not even
No,
really famous.
he
He's
was
just like,
on-
It's like little roles, like an extra role or something like that. They only showed one clip of him in like That 70s Show, and the other one they showed him like doing stand up with his brother or something like that. But yeah, so she left him there. She like dumped him thereafter because he had a small dick apparently, and like I guess that's what drove him to the point of like fucking researching all about it, going around and asking if it matters.
Time-old
I guess.
question: does size matter?
Yeah. So he goes to his fucking parents initially because his parents didn't even know that he did this on the Jumbotron, and she said no. Like he had to update them on everything, like
Christ.
then and there, and he like tells his mom like she dumped me because I got a small dick, and his mom's like, "Wow, she said that? Well,
it never got bigger?
he goes over to his dad. They're like playing basketball, and like his dad is sitting there like, well,
Runs in the family.
is it genetic? Like he's asking his son, and his son's like, I don't know. Is it, Dad? Like this is kind of weird talking to you about this, and like the dad's like, well, I can kind of say, it does, And then he says because he also says that it's weird talking about this, but he says he says to his son like, but son, you wouldn't believe when it comes time to it just how adequate I am.
What the?
That's like the cringiest thing to have your dad say to
So
you.
yeah, you can imagine like his son's face is just kind of like,
Son, I've learned how to wield it.
Yeah, like I have the same problem as you, but you know, when the time comes, I'm good. You know. So he goes. Then he goes to his friends. He like hosts a party, and he has like these like candid shots where he set up a camera in like his garage, and he just lets his friends go in there and just
Jerk off.
talk about him and like talk about him candidly, so it's not in front of his face, and it's fucking pretty ignorant. Like a lot of his friends were like going in there and they were just like, yeah, we made up this nickname for him. We called him Pickle Dick, and it really got under his skin. Like
one of those little pickles.
He really hated it. It was Pickle Dick, and they show a clip of like this dude's friend next to him, and he was just like, yeah, man, when we called you Pickle Dick, it really got to you. He's like, but it, you know, when you're telling me this now that you're not that big, I'm not surprised. And like the dude's just sitting there, just like, fuck you. Something like that. Where it's like,
Oh my god.
Oh, this
man,
guy.
What friends he
his
has.
friends are being pretty harsh. And then he goes to his ex-girlfriends, and his
Oh,
ex-girlfriends are saying like, yep, could have been a little bit bigger. One of his ex-girlfriends were just like, what? And like a lot of them were obviously pissed off at him, so he like left, you know, like without any answers. So he starts going to doctors. And like doctors are telling him like, what was it? There was this one doctor lady that like she compared his dick size to the smallest, like, you know, like an A cup breast, and said that for some people, you can just get a handful. And she said, you have that handful. Like that's all. That's what you have. You have the handful. That's what she like related it to. Like, yeah, that's I guess
Just
how
the,
she
the
explained
parallel
it to
between
him.
genders sort of deal.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the equivalent.
Well,
This is on Netflix, correct?
This is on Netflix.
People were asking.
Then, like I said, he goes to a porn convention. He starts asking porn stars and stuff like that. Literally everybody is telling him, like, the only person that probably told him otherwise was motherfucking Ron Jeremy, who says, like, your dick size doesn't matter. I would say it'd be better to have a good tongue or something like that is what he says. It's like, this motherfucker's got, like, the biggest fucking dick. Like, what the fuck? He's he's telling him it doesn't matter while he has, like, the biggest schlong.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that's available on Netflix.
It is
Don't
truly
watch when your parents are around.
Because then, like, I stopped it where he started going to, like, he went to, like, Asia and shit. He went to, what the fuck was it? Like, he went to somewhere overseas to a condom factory. And just to see, I guess, I don't know, he talked to the fucking guy that ran that shit. And they size him up for the condoms. Like, they size him up and they have, like, a chart. Like, literally with, like, lines, like, when you measure, like, a little kid growing. Like, that's kind of how it is for condom makers. And he barely hit the first line. And, like, immediately after that, it was just like, okay, now I need to fix it. You know, because, like...
Well, I guess you're going to have to see the conclusion of this documentary.
He goes through a process of trying to, like, he gets fucking pills, he gets a pump, he gets, like, all this shit. They show him fucking doing it, like, every day, pumping, taking pills, and doing this other weird, like, technique where they say, like, you fucking, I don't even know. He does 3 different routines every single day. And nothing happens. So that's when he decides to travel. The condom dude tells him that the different sizes that they make condom-wise, he says, like, you know, where they're at, it's like width-wise, it's a certain amount. And then he said, like, Asia is smaller. And then, like, Africa is bigger. So he goes
The
to...
stereotype.
Yeah.
I guess the average size.
Yeah. And then he goes to Asia and fucking asks them.
Goes to find fertility gods and
starts playing around with a bunch of like dick statues and stuff like that because
you go.
they have a bunch of those
Statues.
there. Yeah, it's just a fucking, I don't know. You kind of feel bad for him.
Is this rated?
I can feel bad for him.
The part with the parents and like the friends was kind of like the Jesus, like that's pretty fucked up. But
So
yeah.
the friends said it to his face afterwards?
Absolutely did. Yeah.
Even with the
He said it
candid
to
camera.
the camera. He said it to the camera, and then that's
the
when
confessional camera.
they showed
and
the
then they
clip
go
of
back.
him just saying, like, you know, you're telling me this now, and you know, I'm not even surprised because like, it's something like that. Yeah. So that's what I was watching yesterday. Just about that age old question. You know, does size matter? I guess. And,
No, I'm not from Asia. They're saying I'm from
Anyway.
Asia.
Well, I mean, there's only one way you can prove that, Kevin.
I'm from Seattle. I have white jeans.
They look pretty blue to me.
I have white jeans.
Okay, well, that has been
the
documentaries
Hung
with
Documentaries.
James.
Hey, there wasn't much on the documentary front, like, to watch. That was, you know, there was another one actually that I was thinking about watching from 2013. There's a bodybuilder one. And Arnold.
Oh, that would be.
Oh, that one might
That
have
would
a
be
little
pretty
bit. I'm
interesting.
sure, like, that one is more so, like, probably about them juicing and shit like that. Like, who knows? Like,
You could
what-
never replicate pumping iron ever. The one with Arnold.
I might have to
With
give that
Arnold.
one a go just to see
When I
what.
pump, it's like the calm. It's like when I'm calm.
Yeah, that fucking.
It's like I'm calming.
Always coming, non-stop coming.
That's what the pump is.
like, oh,
That's what the
yeah.
pump is, you know.
Jesus.
The pump, yeah, the pump.
The pump. That's what you call it.
The McDonald's documentary. I don't even know what that is.
Is he talking about the
Super Size Me thing?
the Super
or-
Size Me? Well,
I
that
already
one's
watched
like-
that ages ago.
There was one
I'm trying to find more recent ones that aren't like super dated.
Some
and that
of-
one
yeah.
was like 2013 or 2012, something like that.
I've seen a.
I want to see the Stoffel one still.
The what?
Stoffel. I still want to see Stoffel.
Stop.
That one is pretty good.
Stoffel?
Yeah, the honey badger.
Oh.
Santa
see
one
that
is
one,
also
too.
pretty good. They're both pretty good. This one's more emotionally, you know. There was another one that I didn't want to watch just because it was built basically on the sole purpose of controversy, and it was called like "Are All Men Pedophiles?" And
I started watching that a little bit.
fuck, why?
I heard I was
the
watching it with Liz.
description says like, is there a difference between being attracted to little girls and actually being a pedophile?
So, you know, it's like about, like, I didn't watch all of it. I went and watched a little bit of it because I was kind of getting annoyed by it too. But it's like, you know, men, you know, back in the day, they married young women. Like, marriage was younger. Also, the
come
base
on.
instant cavemen, there was no age. You know, it's our culture and stuff like that.
it's pretty fucked up justification to like
Yeah.
be attracted to little girls. And
So it's
says
justifying it?
It
I
seems,
didn't really get that far, but it was
I
kind
don't
of
know. I
talking
didn't
about,
watch
like,
it.
you know, the base instinct could be there and stuff like that.
Oh, come on.
It says it underneath the Netflix description. Like it says like, if you're looking for controversy, you know, you found it with this movie.
See
you
that?
know,
I
that
think
kind
it.
of
I
thing.
think the only reason it showed up on the Netflix was because Uncle Tommy was using it the day before. And
Yeah.
I think it was like 5-star
probably watching
recommendations.
that,
Yeah. But that is a documentary also on Netflix that I probably will not watch because I don't even know.
That's pretty weird.
There's
There's some fucking weird shit. on there.
there's a good it's like it's like a UK series that chronicles people who work in a sex toy factory. It's pretty funny.
Is that the
'cause
series one?
Yeah.
I think I did see that one as well.
each episode's pretty much the same. Like the
Really?
same shit happens over and over again. But it was interesting just to see the returns because they focused on the people who do returns. So it's like, you know, didn't use it, but the big black cock was too big. Like that was the name of the dildo. It was like big black cock or something like that. And then they had like fist dildos, and it was pretty funny. Pretty funny.
So only the
They had
returns.
They had a 50 Shades of Grey like officially licensed line that they did
What?
and stuff like that. Like it was.
There's some pretty weird shit on Netflix. I mean, you just gotta
I mean,
venture
they're kind of
in.
just scratching for content.
You
at
just
that
gotta
point.
you gotta venture in. They'll put anything up there. I mean, shit, they'll put anything up there. It doesn't even
Creature
fucking
Talk
matter.
now on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Talking about documentaries on Netflix.
Oh, big promotions.
Man.
Oh man,
Yeah, there was.
it's pretty weird.
I'll still
Wow,
have to
that's
search
been-
through those and see if I can find any other ones that are actually, you know, not emotionally damaging.
Yeah.
You know.
So
Seems
are we
to be-
about an hour in and we've only hit one real topic?
I think so.
Or two
When
real
did we
topics?
start? Yeah, about.
Yeah.
Well, no, wait. We started more close. We started at the 10, whatever that number is.
At the
That's
10
a
on
10.
the clock, you mean
Yeah,
50?
yeah. When the big hand is on the 10.
Oh, it's 50, Jordan. It's 50 minutes into the hour.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does it say 10?
Speaking of emotionally damaging, PAX East.
PAX East.
Ah. I mean, if Law and Order is to be believed.
Say what? Oh, yes. Yes.
There you go. Took you a second.
It did take me a little bit.
That would have been a pretty good
What is
transition.
Blackfish? What is look up that? What everybody's saying Blackfish as a documentary. What is that?
On Netflix?
Yeah, what is that?
No, they're saying. I think Joe said it was sad.
Blackfish?
It's sad.
Yeah, Joe said it was
Only
sad.
thing that
There
comes to mind
was
is catfish.
actually a
Catfish, yeah.
shit.
Oh, shit.
Let me see if I can find this real quick.
The fascinating documentary examines the life of performing killer whale Talikum, who causes the deaths of several people while in captivity, and questions the safety of humaneness of confining these intelligent
A
creatures.
whale that
yeah.
kills people?
I think
Yeah,
that was in Seattle.
Well, it's a killer whale.
it was. Wasn't it
Oh.
SeaWorld? The one that had killed
Killer
a few people.
whales.
I think. That's
Holy
probably
shit.
what it is.
A whale had killed a few people.
Is it
a few
sad
years back.
because of the whale killing the people, or is it
No,
sad
it's probably the
because
other way around.
It's probably
It
because
says,
people
it,
kill the
says
whale.
The
it
whale
questions
because
the
it kills
safety and
I think, did they
humaneness
have
of
to put 'em
confining these
down?
intelligent creatures.
Did they have to put them down?
Oh.
It doesn't say.
Because
but
if they
it's
do,
in
I'm
the-
sure
I'm
that's
sure it's in the
like-
documentary.
There was a movie that Ross from the Grumps actually recommended to me that he said he cried fucking a
Oh
lot
yeah,
at-
the thing about the dog.
Yes, and I have not watched
Oh, boy.
it yet because like he said that every person he showed it to that said they wouldn't cried a lot during it
Yeah.
anyway. So like I don't. The fuck? What the fuck? Can anybody hear that? What the fuck?
What the fuck is going on in there?
Not in the office!
Yeah, Jesus, I know it's Valentine's Day.
Come on!
What the fuck?
Somewhere else!
Oh, yes! Oh, yes! What the fuck is happening in there?
What the fuck was that?
Could you guys hear that?
I don't even.
I hope they heard that.
That was pretty loud.
Who's climaxing? Yes.
Yeah, they heard
That
it.
was pretty loud. That was pretty
Oh
loud.
my
the fuck
god.
is going on in there? Anyway.
I would assume, and like he's just doing case openings
Oh,
over
yeah.
there.
I hope he's just doing case openings.
Jesus. What in the world?
There better not be any other openings.
So Paxi.
PAX
Well, anyway,
East.
like I was saying, I haven't watched that. I haven't
Emotional
watched that
damaging.
movie yet. I plan to watch that movie, but like I have to probably get emotionally prepared because from what he was
yeah.
saying, like it's gonna be
Just by the sounds of it, I think it's gonna be pretty heart wrenching.
like if it's a fucking story about a dog and then in the end like the dog dies or something like that, I'll probably just be like, why'd you show me this, Ross?
Anything ever focusing on the dog.
Exactly.
dies.
Exactly.
That's it, and the whole movie's focused on the
You
dog.
can't do that. You just can't do that. You can't do it in games. You can't do it in movies. You can't do it at all.
Unless it's like Shiloh. Shiloh the dog lived a few times. Wasn't there a couple of those?
I don't know. I just
Shiloh
remember the
lived a
books.
few times.
Yeah, the book-wise, there was a couple Shilohs.
I couldn't. I had to take every fucking fiber of my being in I Am Legend to just not.
I've never seen that movie.
Will Smith.
Well, the dog dies.
Yeah.
Is Jaden in it?
No.
Then I'm not gonna
It's
watch
just
it.
Will. Well, no.
Wait,
Willow.
what? Was Jaden
aren't Willow
alive?
and Jaden in it? Willow's in
No,
it
he was
for
there.
sure. They play as kids in it.
And I Am Legend.
At the beginning, like you know,
I mean,
in
they're
the
gone.
flashbacks,
They're
yeah.
gone. Like
Yeah, yeah.
really quick.
In the
anyway.
flashbacks, his kids play as kids. I don't know if Jaden's in there. I know Willow's in there.
It was Red Dog. Red
Jaden
Dog
was probably,
Red Dog was the movie that Ross had recommended.
Probably a baby.
If
an
you want to fucking
Australian-
cry, yeah,
Australian movie.
yeah.
What about Where the Red Fern Grows?
I've heard of that.
I've heard of that too.
Never.
I'm pretty sure I read it. Don't remember a thing about it.
I just
That is a reference. Like it's a story about the dogs, and the title is a reference to where they buried the dogs, because it's where the red fern grows.
I don't want to watch any movies where the dog dies
Makes more sense. I remember it
because
now.
that is bad.
It's no fun.
Oh boy.
That is no fun. Like fucking what's it called?
Give me some clues, and I can help you other than pointing. Wait, is it about dog dying?
Fucking Keanu Reeves.
Oh yeah.
John Wick.
John Wick.
John
Do you know
Wick.
there's gonna be a John Wick 2? What the fuck is that
Absolutely.
gonna be about?
I don't fucking care. It's
I
gonna
don't
be
fucking
awesome
know.
No, it
regardless.
will, but I'm just saying.
That came out on Blu-ray, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it
I need
did.
to get that.
I don't
That
care
is
what
worth
it's
that.
about.
That
was
is worth the
amazing.
buy.
But
right
if they
there.
kill his new dog in the second one, then I'm. Fuckers.
Anyway, PAX,
PAX
East.
East.
PAX,
PAX
East.
2015.
I just booked our PAX East
Ooh, it's booked.
the other day.
Who's going?
Confirmed.
Who's on the list?
A whole bunch of people.
Oh, can't say who.
No, I can, but like,
There's still a lot of time
Yeah.
in between. We don't know.
yeah, it's not always not solid, but yeah, I think I have to check with Seamus still, but I think most of us are going. So like me, Dan, James, Alex, Seamus, Kevin, Dex, and then probably bring Spencer or someone to do some camera stuff. So should be fun. And yes, we do have a panel. It is Saturday at 5:30 p.m. at the Dragonfly Theater. That is
Were we in
going
the
to be.
Dragonfly last year or no?
Yeah, we were. But this time it's like flip-flopped. It's kind of weird.
Last year, like they gave us that theater, and then we were like confused. I think because we were like, "Where the fuck is it?"
'Cause,
Like,
yeah,
It was
we're
off
gonna-
campus, right?
yeah.
No, that was PAX Prime.
yeah.
That was PAX Prime.
That was
Yeah,
Seattle.
Prime was like next door.
So regardless of what happens in the next month, we're going to have a big crew going. We're going to have a panel, and then I had said that there's Polaris is organizing a signing one of the days. I'm not entirely sure, so just keep an eye on our Twitters, as well as there's some other probably random opportunities happening around that we could be a part of. But like I said, keep an eye on the Twitters, and that's where you'll get the updates, and you'll find out where we are at.
You'll find all the latest updates on the creatures.
Find the latest updates on Twitter.
That'll be our
Twitter.
our first test. Or when are we going? Which day are we going again?
Thursday night.
So yeah, like we would have one day of episode of the Hub happening abroad, unless we pre-recorded it. But it'd be better abroad.
Why don't we do a road trip to Boston?
What the fuck?
Okay, yeah. How about I die? Because I would die. I don't want to go to Boston anyway. To actually road trip there through, Kansas and just flat.
There's many more
Cornfields.
interesting things to the west.
I can't wait for Boston Logan.
Yeah,
Boston
the best
would
airport in the
I
world.
don't mind that.
It's garbage.
airport.
It's absolute
I don't mind
garbage.
that airport. I finally got to go to Chicago O'Hare, but I saw it for about 2 seconds running from one gate to the other, which were right next to each other, and then took off again.
Yeah.
So that really sucked.
Well, Chicago O'Hare sucks as well. I know all the airports.
Have you been
And
to
how much they
RDU?
suck. No.
RDU is actually a really nice airport. They've tweeted at me once because I was complimenting them on Twitter.
You were complimenting them and they tweet at you. What if you complained to
I
them?
didn't tag them though. Like I just like man, RDU is really nice, and then they replied and were like, "Thanks." I was like, "Okay."
They like search themselves up
Yeah.
to see if anybody's
Probably.
tweeting about them.
They were doing construction at that time, but they finished and it's nice in there. Anyway, road trip to Compton. That guy got it right.
Hey,
Yeah.
road trip to Compton. That'd be pretty nice.
Straight
Compton.
into Compton, as opposed to outa. Anyway,
Okay, I think we're ready for our second read here. Here we go. James, would you like to help me out with this one?
is it about a dick documentary?
How many of these do I need?
Well, no, I was going to intro it, and then you can go through some of these as well.
Oh my god.
So, this episode of Creature Talk is brought to you also in part by Blood Brothers 2. Blood Brothers 2 is an action-packed dark fantasy RPG that is now available on Apple for free on Apple and Android devices. So we're talking about a mobile game here, Blood Brothers 2, and it's a sequel to, get this, the hit dark fantasy RPG Blood Brothers.
You gonna pull it up?
Ooh.
I'm gonna try to get
So-
it right now.
I don't
Blood
have a
Brothers
phone.
2 immerses
Those
players
I
in
do.
a deep RPG experience
have a
set
code?
in Arnashia. A world which has been thrown into a state of chaos and war. So it looks like you can team up with friends, you can make guilds, you can work together to kill enemies in real-time synchronous player versus player mode.
This has over 1 million downloads.
Ooh,
And a 4.2 rating.
that's awesome.
Hey.
And in
That's good.
campaign mode, strengthen your armies by strategically training, customizing weapons, master new skills, and take on more challenging enemies. Sorry, my throat was getting dry there. Let's see. It has an amazing art style. The storytelling is awesome. And RPG mechanics sets Blood Brothers 2 apart from other RPG mobile games. I don't think I've heard of an RPG mobile game before. Sounds pretty
well,
good.
then you're pretty out of the loop. my
And then
friend.
Blood Brothers 2. Blood Brothers 2 has all sorts of stuff to customize. So you can check out bloodbrothers2.com. That's bloodbrothers2.com
Absolutely.
for more information.
Not
And
Roman
then
numeral 2?
No, it's
Not
number 2.
TWO?
The number 2, and then you can visit, of course, the App Store and Google Play to download it for free. And yeah,
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Blood Brothers, for sponsoring.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Just
much.
shuffle my papers here.
We got a big topic for the
This
next
is
one.
the.
This is when I heard this. This is when I pulled the shovel out and I was just kind of going like that. Wait, that was weird. Hold on.
James was digging a grave for a.
No, he was
certain-
filling a grave. The grave has already been dug.
Oh,
the
true,
grave
yeah.
is being
Nails
He's
been
filling
put in the
the
coffin.
Filled it in.
And he's
So this
filling the
made
grave.
my 2015 when I read that. I kind of had a mini geek out on the couch. Liz was like, "I don't get what you're so excited about," but I was quite excited.
I thought it was fake at first. I thought it was fake
no,
because
see,
I saw it
on
through
my
a
website.
retweet.
I saw it
Oh.
on my website, so
I
I
saw
knew
a
it was
retweet.
real.
I saw a retweet and I was just like, that shit's fucking spam. And then I seen more tweets coming in and I was just like, this is fucking legit.
Yep.
I'm going to click that link and I'm going to read all about it.
Yep. All right, so Spider-Man has joined the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is the Marvel Studios produced movies: Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, The Avengers. Spider-Man is actually finally going to join.
What they said
And all
would
this stuff.
never happen. What people was fucking all up in arms saying, not gonna happen. Sony will never let it go. Never, man. They'll never let it go, man. Spider-Man is ours, man.
Yeah. And then the day came.
The day came.
They came where?
So they're redoing Spider-Man. It's not going to be the Andrew Garfield, The Amazing Spider-Man series. It's going to be a new Spider-Man. What kind of Spider-Man? How they're going to introduce him? They're probably not going to do an origin story. Like a lot of it's
They
in
literally should
question.
just like. It's kind of bummy that like fucking Andrew Garfield's not in there just because when we saw him at fucking Comic-Con, he wanted to be
He
in
was
it.
so excited.
He wanted to be
He
in
said
it.
at the panel we saw.
He
was
wanted
like,
to be in it, even though he knew he'd probably get in trouble saying it. He wanted to fucking be in
Probably
it,
why he's
and now
not in
they're.
it.
But the main thing with Marvel and making the deal happen, and that was rumored beforehand, even was that like if they were to get it, they want their own Spider-Man. They don't want the same Sony Spider-Man, like no matter what. So.
When with all the
obviously, that
hacks
was, like-
happening, it was leaked that there were discussions.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
But that was
so-
their one thing was like we want our own Spider-Man if we were to get Spider-Man. They want like I don't know why it is that they would want that, but I guess they just want to separate that link to the Sony movies maybe and just kind of make their own.
Make their own.
I
Well,
don't
let
know.
me just put my prediction down. Jaden Smith.
Now that would be going
Say
off
Jaden
the
Smith
Jaden
every
Smith.
fucking
that would be
character.
going
He
off
shoot
the
philosophy.
Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man that's I think currently going on.
See, a lot of people say that. A lot of people are saying like, yeah, let's put that Spider-Man in, but at the same time, they haven't yet transitioned the other guys into the new age kind of, you know, because Thor's a woman now, and fucking Captain America is no longer that Captain America. I think it goes over to what's his face, Bucky eventually. Like, there's a lot of transitions that have to be made in order for like the new age of.
Well,
the superheroes to kind of come into effect.
Nick Fury is the ultimate version of Nick Fury.
That's true, yeah. But he never really fucking changed. So like they of course they got him right off the bat.
So when are they going to start? Like, so they've
Plus
announced they're
that
going to
doesn't
move
even
into
that doesn't
the,
even
like,
count like contracts and stuff like that. Like if something happens to the fucking Hulk, what are they gonna do to fucking Ruffalo? Like because they signed him on for so long. Like what if they can't? It would be weird to bring in Ultimate Spider-Man, but then have like normal
Hulk,
and
normal
or
Thor.
normal Thor.
The
and-
universe
and-
has like kind of separated itself story-wise from the
Yeah.
other ones. Anyway, they're still doing their own thing. But
I don't doubt that eventually they'll go that route and just because they probably don't want fucking Hemsworth on for so long. They don't want to pay those guys a bunch of money, so like they'll transition it to the new age stuff, have Thor be a woman and do that whole, you know, transitional thing, but I feel like they should probably do it all in one go and just have everybody be the new age version if that's the way they're going to go, not have like half the team.
Yeah.
You know, half the team from one timeline and half the team from another timeline. I don't know.
But like as a result of this, now they're gonna debut. When they announced it, they didn't know when Spider-Man would be introduced, but they said now that it's going to be introduced.
It only took like a day for it
Yeah,
to leak out.
I mean, all of this stuff has to be done really quickly because if he's going to be introduced in Captain America: Civil War, then they're going to have to do it real quick because that starts shooting in April, with a release for early 2016, right? I think May, and with this, it's pushed back a lot of the Marvel movies with. Thor
the whole timeline just got shifted over.
They completely moved it, which I understand. For Spider-Man,
they said
yes.
they're going to put him in Civil War, right? Which is the next Cap.
Well, the next Captain America. So Thor
they had already said that the next Captain America was going to be a lot like an Avengers film anyway. So
because that has Iron Man and Black Panther and
that's going to be pretty good.
Yeah. So Thor Ragnarok will come out 4 months later, moving to November 3rd, 2017 from July. Black Panther is getting delayed 8 months.
It'd be interesting if Thor is the one that, because it was pitched out that there would be a major death in the Avengers 2. If Thor is the one that dies, and then in Ragnarok, that's when they introduced the woman Thor. An idea, maybe.
Possible.
Who knows? Something like that.
Well, they said
that.
major
I can see
death?
that.
I've heard it's going to.
I heard there was at least one.
It's going to change the team drastically.
Yeah,
like,
one
it's gonna
major
change
death.
the lineup. That's why the next phase is going to be Black Panther, Captain Marvel, and stuff like that.
I don't know. He had said one major death. I don't know who it would be, but I don't know.
Ruffalo.
Let's sign Ruffalo on for 5 years and then kill him.
The two-part Avengers Infinity War is still set for May 4th, 2018 and May 3rd, 2019.
Yeah, those didn't change.
Those didn't change. And they didn't say anything about Doctor Strange either, so maybe that's still stationary where it is. But that's crazy, because they're going to continue to produce individual Spider-Man movies that are in the universe, and it's going to be produced by Amy Pascal and Kevin Feige, Kevin Feige is the head of Marvel Studios.
Is that how you pronounce his name? Feige?
Yeah, I used to say Feige or Feige, I didn't know what it was, but I heard it pronounced by him, and it's Feige.
Feige.
It doesn't look like that, but
they still said that the Sinister Six one is either on hold or scrapped.
It's still slated, but they're trying. Sony's still trying to rework it to make it work, but they couldn't do what they just set up with Electro and the Green Goblin and stuff like that. So, but Sony
every Spider-Man movie, every single time a new arc comes out, it's erased 5 years later.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's Spider-Man.
Except this one's quicker, erased a lot faster.
It's gonna fucking just continually be erased.
So Sony still has final creative control or say. But it'd be stupid for them to be like, no, change this, when their track record has been great up to this point.
Bring the fucking dude that somehow made gold out of the piles of shit that were all the other X-Men ones, and have him just redo Spider-Man.
Bryan Singer?
Yes. Have him make a timeline of...
he's in the X-Men movie business now. He's doing Apocalypse and stuff like that.
Spider-Man Days of Future Past.
He didn't do Wolverine, did he?
No.
No,
He only did X-Men 1 and
too.
2, which were regarded as really great. 3, nope. He didn't touch the Wolverine ones either.
Yeah,
He produced First Class, which also was good.
Was very good.
And then he directed
which was exceptionally good.
Which was exceptionally good. And he's doing X-Men Apocalypse right now with Oscar Isaac as Apocalypse. So that should be pretty good.
I was saying when they first announced the Spider-Man thing, I was like, now watch, the next step is getting Hugh Jackman on over.
Oh.
They're gonna make a deal.
So
Fox will be the next one.
the metaphorical grave that James was filling was DC. Did we mention that at all? I think we kind of went away from that.
You know what they're talking about right now with
The Rock in DC. Fill it.
Patrick Stewart said recently in an interview that they're talking to him about being a part of the next Wolverine movie. So
fuck off with the Wolverine lineup. Just fuck off with that. Make a deal with Hugh Jackman and Fox and put Wolverine in there as well. Fucking shift the timeline over a little bit more, and then just have fucking the stupidest scene where Stark and fucking Captain America are just hanging out, and they go in front of that fucking falafel place or whatever the fuck it is, and in there is Spider-Man and Logan. They're just eating. And they're like, hey guys, come on. Yeah, and they come out, and that's how they join the team.
Did you hear about,
you pretty boy?
Had you heard about the casting for Jean Grey and Cyclops in them for Apocalypse.
The teen.
Why do they
versions,
need?
Right?
Why do they need? It's not going to be the old guys anymore.
No, it's still back in the past. I think this one takes place in
The
the
teen
80s.
versions, right?
Yeah, it's the teenage version.
I thought Apocalypse was going to be like fucking in today's like.
Nope, it's gonna be McAvoy
kinda
and Fassbender. Still, it's
Is
first
this
class.
so? Would this be before? Is it after First Class? Before the?
After
Days of
Days of
Future
Future, it's after Days of Future.
It's
Past.
after Days of Future Past.
Yeah, it's the continuing on like story.
So
After
then, what
that.
happens to the story to Logan's storyline? Is that done? Is that storyline?
I
Days
don't
of
think- I don't
Futures
think he's in
Past
it.
ended in the like second. Are you talking about the from the 60s timeline continuing from
It was
there?
the 70s in Days
or the
of Future
70s?
Past.
Sorry,
It's gonna be the 80s.
So it's it's that timeline, not the resolved timeline at the end. Like,
Well, I mean
where
that
everyone
would be
was
the
alive.
end course of that. So
Okay.
nobody's going to die because we know already.
oh, I
who-
hate time travel so
survived.
much in movies. It's the worst.
Time travel.
Time
Wait,
travel
what?
sucks because they had the,
There's really no peril now if you think about
yeah.
it.
It's
Oh, so the end result. That was the end
the end
result.
result
Yeah,
of them
I
mean-
fixing everything.
I mean, because
to
you know in the future
destroy
everything's
the,
kind of it's such a
What
hate
the fuck?
time
well.
travel
Anyway, they
garbage.
cast like young Jean Grey is Sansa from Game of Thrones. Well, you're not too far into it, so Sansa Stark.
Tony Stark.
Is that
Tony
his
Stark,
daughter?
Sansa.
Yes.
Tony Stark's
The
daughter.
That little girl.
The oldest. She's not little anymore. It's been like
Shit,
You're
dude,
still
I
on
fucking-
season 1.
I am still on season.
Season 5 starting soon. She's like 17 or 18.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh man.
Okay. Yeah, because I started watching it, and she's a little girl, so I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
How many episodes are you in so far?
I'm still at like 4. I haven't watched
God.
anymore. I haven't watched anymore. Fucking Better Call Saul's on now, so what the fuck?
Her role gets a lot bigger. But yeah, Better Call Saul, that's on there. But yeah, they cast a young Scott. Let me see if I can pull up who they were. X.
Should have been
Is it
Alex.
Alexander?
It should have been Alex.
He looks like Alex, and that's what everybody was saying.
Oh my God.
It's Alex.
And
Scott.
Apocalypse.
Must believe, Scott.
Jean Grey.
Believe in the
Are you
past.
gonna put it over here?
Yeah, I will, so everybody can see.
That's something.
Days
that's
of
something you can
futures
actually put up there on
past.
that screen.
Finally, something to put.
How come
up.
there's no white hearts in here? The white ones were the best ones.
Dump it out.
Because
Dump
those
it out.
are.
See?
Dump it out. Oh yeah, look at that.
There's
the
no
fuck?
white ones.
They're
in
all
here.
blue.
There's no white ones in here.
Are these what?
60% of them are blue.
I like the white ones because they're like a minty kind of like.
Here you go.
Oh,
That's
those.
Storm,
Ew.
Jean, and
Alex.
Hey, it's Alex.
Alexander.
Hey.
probably just.
That's the fucking Stark girl now.
Yeah.
What? The fuck?
What a difference several years will do.
And a lot of makeup.
Look at Alexander.
That literally
It's
looks
Alex.
nothing like her from first season.
Well, because she was a child.
Yeah, but still,
She was
had,
like 11 or 12.
She had like a dimple here, and like her structure of her face just looks different now.
That's what a personal
Facial
trainer will do.
reconstruction.
A personal trainer will change your fucking jaw shape.
Yeah.
What the? What?
They'll beat you into shit.
So yeah, it's Cyclops, Storm, and Jean Grey.
What in the world?
Yeah, look at that.
He got a big nose.
It's Alex.
It's wide, a wide nose.
That's like Alex's hair and everything. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's his hair.
What is it that? I think it is the nose that just makes him like not Alexander.
Yeah.
You cover up that nose and
And
like.
the smile, kind of.
Anyway.
and
yeah.
the smile. Alexander doesn't smile.
I haven't seen Alex smile in years.
Oh, he's smiling when James was getting
That's true.
treated here. So
Anyway.
Fucking just cheesing in the corner.
Spider-Man.
so
Exciting stuff. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Maybe they'll kill Ruffalo off and then bring him back with spiders.
Say what?
What?
And then he's the Hulk.
And
But
Spider-Man?
Also Spider-Man.
Spider-Hulk.
Spider Hulk.
That's an alternate
That's
reality
when they
right
get to.
there.
That's when they get to the fusion timeline.
Yeah, like he's like fused and like he grows the suit in when he turns.
Disgusting.
He grows the suit.
Well,
anyway.
Oh man.
Spider-Man, exciting news. Hope to see some good stuff out of that. Just further, of course, like James said, burying DC and their whatever they have coming.
They're just fast tracking
Batman
They are
versus
fast tracking it.
They're just fast tracking it.
You know what? I'm excited to see Ben Affleck as Batman, but I don't. I just hope it's good. That's all I can hope for.
I hope it's good too.
Yeah.
It's super hard to compete with like a slow burn like that. That's just like a
when
slow
did
build.
so when did Iron Man, the first Iron Man, come out? Was that 2008? So like from 2008 they've been building and have gone leaps and bounds. They're on phase 3, and then you look over at DC and they're like, we have a Batman.
Well, they saw
trilogy.
they saw that
make
format.
something.
They saw that format and it's like,
And
fuck yeah, let's
it was
do
also
it.
a pretty big risk on Marvel Studios' part to do that. Like they were kind of hedging their bets a little bit by kind of setting it up. But at first it was an experiment. They said that after the credits scene was like just feeling the waters, seeing if there was like they didn't.
It was the one with.
Samuel L. Jackson coming in. Nick
Oh
Fury coming in,
that's
like,
right.
Well,
I was thinking
well.
That became like a staple in all of the ones like from
He
there
just
on
walks in
out.
at the end like,
Yeah.
well,
And then at
well.
the end of the Incredible Hulk, they had Tony Stark
talking
talk to the
with the
general
general.
in the bar.
Yeah. That's what I
I
was
mean, it
thinking
could
of.
still be a bit of a like you shot yourself in the foot kind of thing down the road too, because they're still introducing fucking Ant-Man, Black Panther, Doctor
they've
Strange.
made so much money.
There's
though.
so many fucking, but like when it comes time to like Avengers time, it's gonna be like Avengers time. Let's gather them all up. Holy fuck!
This
I got
budget is.
I got a pool of 18 fucking actors. Half of them are high profile. Half of them want a lot of money, and I don't know what the fuck to do with
But
any of them.
when each movie's
recast them all.
when each movie's raking in over $1 billion in merchandise, in licensing,
I'm sure that
in
makes up,
in
yeah.
just box office totals, like
How much? How much?
I was more so talking about like what to do with them in the movie.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one thing
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the Avengers
'Cause
was
then
like
it's hard to get
Renner
them all.
didn't get much fucking screen time. Let's make that up in this next one. But it's like, okay, well Renner gets his shot, but then you still got
Black
all
Panther,
these other people,
Ant-Man,
and then
like,
what happens?
Spider-Man.
What happens when you introduce all these other people? What like shit? How are they all going to get a decent amount of?
Yeah,
screen
Well, it's
time?
kind of
Generally-
like
Well, I was gonna say generally, like in comic books, that like they treat it like a big event, and it's usually several issues and stuff like that, as opposed to
It's easy for them to stretch it
as
out.
opposed to 2 hours and 45 minutes or
Yeah.
something like that.
That's the hard
But
part.
what were you gonna say, Jordan?
He forgot.
I'm
I
sorry.
forgot.
I'm sorry.
He wasn't going to say anything of noting value anyway, so it's okay.
Probably not.
He probably would have said something about Jeff Bridges being in there or some shit.
Hey, that'd be pretty good.
Have his.
He could
tracks.
be Tron.
Yeah.
Tron in the Marvel universe. He could turn into Tron.
Jeff Bridges could be Tron, but he's not Tron. But he could be Tron.
But he could be Clue. And then Clue. No, he's not.
He could be Professor Plum.
You guys are a bunch of means.
I don't even know.
tried to reboot that franchise.
Speaking of Tron, I haven't seen that fucking dude that played in that, the fucking son, and
Yeah.
I don't even know
Oh,
what the
yeah, he
He's gonna be in something
Shit.
soon. He popped up in something
Kinda
where I was
blew
like,
that.
oh, that's kind of random.
like
but-
it, not like Tron was a huge massive
what's his name?
success that
Sam?
made his career.
no, that was his character's name.
Yeah, his name was Sam in the movie. But I'm sure he could have at least got something off of that. 'Cause,
He's done a
he
lot
was
of
decent.
indie movies since then,
Yeah, see, he ruined his career already.
doing work that he cares about and
Yeah,
believes
what a
in.
loser.
He has done Garrett Hedlund. He got cast in something recently where I was like, oh, okay.
Kind of like Richard Armitage.
Oh, he's in Pan. He plays
Oh,
Hook,
Oh,
but he's like a good version of Hook because the bad guy is Hugh Jackman,
Blackbeard.
who's playing Blackbeard. Didn't you see the trailer for that, James?
Probably him.
Yeah,
They're
I
doing
saw
one
it.
of
I
the
saw it the
movies
other day, actually. Well, I saw
I'll
it.
watch the trailer just because Jackman's in it.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm never gonna.
Wow. Anyway,
I took my
See,
niece
it's just
to the.
like
I
it's
took
just
my
like
what?
it's just like Richard Armitage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
He
someone
did
that
Into the
had-
Storm, and that
yeah,
was
Into the Storm. Like you need to follow up with something that's actually like
Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood.
He's been like kind of doing random things ever since the Lord of the Rings. But then I guess if he has enough money. But no, I took my niece to go see SpongeBob, and I saw the trailer for Pan. It's such a weird name to call it. They should call it Pan
clean.
Begins.
It's clean and edgy. That's
Yeah,
what they want.
Pan.
Pan
How is
Rises
that
is the next one.
Edgy.
Huh?
How's Pan edgy?
Isn't
It's
that
clean
a food?
and
like
edgy.
Pan, Pan.
Pan?
Pam spray.
Pam.
Okay, well,
Anyway.
yeah, that's great. That's great. We'll see how Spider-Man does. We'll see how Marvel is able to wrangle everything because James makes a very good point that, yes, when you get to some of these bigger movies, you're going to have so many characters that not only can you get them enough screen time, but you got to pay them.
Or
that's
you
when they
could
kill
do-
them.
Or you could do what Batman versus Superman is doing and introducing all of these characters in one movie and then giving them stuff to do.
Well, this is going to be great for DC.
Like, when does Wonder Woman gonna pop up? Like, Batman is fighting Superman, but then
She's
there's
gonna
also
be
Lex
like, "Yo,
Luthor,
what up?"
and then she just shows up in a suit.
I
like,
picture it wasn't DC Universe, but there was another DC game that kind of had like an introduction like that, where it was literally like, you know, the weapon of the person to introduce them, kind of like Mortal Kombat. You know, if like Liu Kang is fucking fighting Sub-Zero, and then all of a sudden Scorpion's like, "Get over here," just and interferes. So it'll be like her rope will just interfere in the match. Pull one out, and it's like, "Oh, it's me, Wonder Woman. How you doing? I'm in this movie now." And that'll be it.
somebody asked if they're the only one optimistic for DC. I want it to be good. I want
Our
it to be
chat's
good.
not loading over here.
That's what I'm doing.
The fuck?
Well, I have this amazing chat right here.
Yeah, I mean,
Trying to-
obviously it would
no,
be.
it's on the text thing right now, Jordan. Just go all the way over. I'll tell you when.
Goodness.
Okay,
Right
stop.
there, right there.
Right click,
Refresh.
or you just F5. Yeah, that works.
But yeah, I mean,
You got
if obviously if it's good, it's good for everybody viewer wise, because then that makes fucking Marvel step their game up, and like competition is always going to be fucking the better way. But it's just like the foundation that they're building off of. There is none. Like it's super hard to like look for a positive edge on that.
And I think like DC got a lot of their main push really came from Nolan. I think like none of the other directors that have
that's pretty
handled
much what they're
DC
riding off of right now.
No, exactly. They
and if
don't have
fuck
any
that
other
up,
directors.
then what does that do for the old Batman movies? Like it's like.
I mean, that's their like shining old light that's gonna just kind of stay there, and then they're gonna like throw Nolan as producer on everything and pay him a bunch of money to keep that hype going, because that's what they did for Superman, and like that's what they'll try and do. But like they haven't really had any other good directors that have like headed up any of their DC films.
So that's why like Zack Snyder did Watchmen, and that movie was great. It was a great adaptation. Like he does adaptations well. What? You don't like it?
I said, oh yeah, I love Watchmen.
Oh yeah, Watchmen's a great movie, and
Forgot about
I
that.
think Zack Snyder can be a really great director when he's working with rich material, but it's just when he's kind of working with dud material, because he's more so a visual director than anything else. But my fears were kind of a little bit subsided with. They brought Chris Terrio, the guy who wrote the screenplay for Argo, when Ben Affleck signed on.
Mm-hmm.
He brought in his writer to rework what David Goyer wrote, and David Goyer wrote Man of Steel.
It's gonna feel like a fucking. It's gonna feel like one of his movies.
So I would hope that it's
Just so long that it doesn't end up like fucking Superman, where all it is they just destroy fucking a
10
landscape,
cities.
and just like call it a
with
day
no weight to
for,
it. Like,
for
there was-
effect.
yeah, there was no weight to it.
Yeah, it was just like, let's just do it just for the sake of doing it. Deadpool, you don't know. Like, fucking Deadpool's been on and off so many goddamn times that shit could be, who knows? That could be dead in the water. I mean,
They just cast Gina Carano, the girl from Haywire, as like the female
damn, she's fucking buff.
co-lead. Yeah, she's a mixed
As
martial arts
buff
fighter.
as Ronda Rousey.
They're both kind of, I mean, I'd say they're kind of similar.
She was also in one of the Fast and Furious movies, I think, too.
Yeah.
But she was cast as, I think, counterpart in that movie. That movie's rolling along, casting and getting ready. Like, Ryan Reynolds tweeted out a picture of him in the mask the other day.
People want Kevin to talk. Do you,
I
He
am
remembered
not a movie
Watchmen.
buff.
Hey, who was, what anime are you watching now?
I haven't had time to watch any anime.
What are you
Yes,
playing?
I have.
CS:GO.
I've been watching plenty of anime.
What?
What's your
You
favorite?
just-
What's your favorite anime right now?
I'll know Zero.
What?
Yeah. Exactly.
El No Zero?
Who voices the main character in that?
I have no idea. I can't pronounce his
What
name.
is it called?
You can't pronounce his
I'll Noah Zero.
What?
I'll Noah Zero.
Ald
Noah.
Noah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
It's spelled as you would think it is. Ald and Noah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, let's
What's
see
the
here.
plot of this anime?
I can tell you in a second if you. Well, I want to hear it
Is
explained
Jeremy
by
Renner
Kevin,
in it?
and then read this and see if it's any more accurate.
It's basically warring colonies between Earth and Mars.
Oh,
People,
what's the classification of anime?
mecha?
Oh, you got it. It's mecha
There's
anime.
classification.
I don't.
Yeah.
I just assumed.
What is a
it was
mecha anime?
It has like robots.
Ah,
Who created?
I'm stupid.
Yeah,
I
mecha.
should- I should have.
Who created the series?
I have no idea.
What are the production studios?
Poisoning water.
Olympus Nights
Olympus Nights.
and A1 Pictures. You should have known that by watching
I
the
should have
credits.
known that.
Is it? Is it?
opens
Who
with
does the
that.
music?
Jeff
Hiro
Bridges?
Hiroyuki Sawano. Sawano.
Kevin, my question is it dubbed or is it subtitles?
Subbed.
Okay.
So,
Speaking of which, by the
Inaho
way.
Kaizuka?
Speaking of which,
What?
speaking of subs, we watched the Raid 2
The Raid
other
2.
day.
Man.
We without
I
Dan,
missed. You guys watched it when I was gone. I wanted to see that movie since it came out.
we watched the Raid 2,
For the people that haven't seen
and it was who hadn't seen it? It was me, Artist Joe,
Intern Joe.
intern. I thought he had said he'd seen it.
Nope.
Intern Johan.
Oh, he hadn't. Okay,
No,
and
that's why he
then
was laughing at everything.
Yeah.
Dex too.
I don't think. I
Dex
don't even know if
hadn't.
Alex had seen it.
Okay, and yeah, so we got in the. We did a movie
Alex
night.
hadn't.
Watched the Raid 2, a very, very good movie. Probably the best foreign film I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
that was...
Just as good as the first one. The first one
When,
was
before this movie, when's the last time you watched a foreign film?
I watch 'em all-
Exactly.
I watch
'em all the time.
anime all the time.
So Jordan's watched a whole 3 foreign films in his
Actually-
entire life.
2.
2.
Until
And this is the best one.
until Netflix came around,
Raid
I
1
also
was the
hadn't
first
seen
one.
too many foreign films either.
I
I don't watch
watched
them either, but I'm not gonna be like the Raid 2 is the best foreign film I've ever seen.
probably
That's
one of the best
like-
films I've ever seen, too. It was good.
Now he's putting it really.
Have you
high
seen The
up.
Raid?
No.
Oh man,
It's still
seen the
over
first
there.
one,
I
but you
left
watched
it here.
Yeah, I
Left it
will
here.
watch it, and it was explained well enough that I understood like what was going on.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like
Yeah,
too
the-
much of a carryover, but yeah, there
The
was
first one and the second one don't really like have any or have very significant story tie-ins to one another, so it's you
It's
can pretty
literally
much
just
watch
like
the
you
second one.
survived the first one.
Yeah.
Here is blah blah blah. You know?
Here's the rest of his life.
By the way, to answer your question earlier, Inaho Kaizuka is voiced by Natsuki Hanai. So
Hey,
I'm
learn
assuming that's the
something
main
new every
character.
day.
A high school student on Earth at the top of his class. Ever since the death of his parents, he has been living together with his older sister, Yuki. He is characterized by his emotionless, stoic demeanor and is capable of coming up with tactics to defeat the Martian Knights, even within the heat of battle. According to Yuki, he may have developed feelings for Princess Asylum. While the rest of his squad uses... This is a high school student?
This is a high school student.
While the rest of his squad uses... Why are a lot of these animes, like, they're high school
They're-
students,
a
but they
lot
are
of them
defenders
are-
of the
yeah.
earth and shit like that?
It's got to
Yeah.
be relatable.
that's
guess it
actually
is.
completely true. It needs to be.
If you're in high school and you want to be a hero of the earth, then like that's.
Okay.
I mean, where do the mechs come
Hold
in?
on, wait.
though?
While the rest
they
of
the
his
Martian-
squad uses the more armored Cataphract KG-7 Aryan, he continues to use the training model
They're like-
KG-6
they're war machines.
Sleipnir.
Huh?
is it
As his
is it
personal
like a
unit.
mech you ride in and like
Yeah.
control? Okay.
But everybody's
So
using
it's like
more
the
armored
Matrix
one,
where
and
they
he
jump in
uses...
those, and they're like,
It's like Earth sent people to Mars because they were like, let's colonize Mars, and then
Martians come.
Mars developed its own like government system, and they
Oh, so they're
established a
humans.
So they
monarchy. Yeah, they're
like
humans
make
that-
their own sect up there.
Yeah, and they ran out of shit on Mars, so they're like, all right, well, fuck Earth, they left us here, let's go like kill everybody and take their shit, basically.
a war.
Just like the Revolutionary War.
A
Yeah.
war.
that's
Mars
like
is
America.
America.
That's
It's like
like America up there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway.
There's some,
the
like,
world, the
espionage
Earth is
stuff
too
going on
oppressive.
there.
I just like that everybody's using more armored units, and he still uses the training model. Because,
Yeah.
like, you know, that's like, you know, you
That's
don't need
like-
the best stuff.
Real steel.
He's the strategist.
It
They
shows
used a
that
crappy
what
training.
matters is in here, not what you wear. Because what's in here and here is what makes it so that you
It
can use
also-
whatever you need.
It
to
also
get the job
teaches
done.
you that Hugh Jackman will not turn down many roles.
Yeah, that's what
He's not impossible to get.
I watched an interview
we
with
should
him,
try and get them.
and Michael Caine had given him the advice to not don't be too picky because do as much as you can because make hay while the sun is shining and all that stuff. But at the same time, it gets you out there, and that was Michael Caine's advice to Hugh Jackman.
As you see, both Michael Caine and Hugh Jackman in just about every single movie.
Oh yeah, they're cramming themselves into all that shit. So,
yep. Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 1, best anime. It's the only anime I've ever watched the whole season of.
Pokemon?
That's
You didn't watch Pokemon?
No,
Oh well.
didn't really
And
watch
up to
Pokemon.
season 3, and then it goes downhill once they add
I didn't watch any of
500
those.
more Pokemon.
Oh, that was Anime Corner
Anime
with
Corner
Kevin.
with
We gotta get transitions and once we actually get into a much better produced Creature Talk, I'm gonna make intros and
Transition.
Documentary time with James. Anime time with Kevin.
Anime time.
Kakarot!
and then yeah. All right.
So, there was a very interesting thing that happened this past week.
Are we gonna be good on time? Can't we just fucking go to the the next one? Do we have time?
We're like an hour and a half in. We got half
That's
an hour.
yeah. Well, shit. We have so much more to do.
Okay,
fucking
well,
go
just go
through
quick
then.
over the. Okay, well,
Just fucking go to the next one.
which one? Better Call Saul? Okay.
Better Call Saul.
So, I don't know a whole lot about this, obviously, because I haven't watched Breaking Bad, but
Then
I
you
do
should
know
probably not set it up.
is there's a spin-off of Breaking Bad that has just started
He's
called
still setting it
Better
up anyway.
Call Saul.
He's still setting.
I don't know what it's about.
Where does it? What time period does it take place, Jordan? Before or after Breaking Bad?
Before and after.
Oh, you actually got that right.
I told him that the
Oh,
other
you
day.
told him.
I told him that the other day.
It starts off after and then goes before.
It's actually supposed to be before, during, and after. It's supposed to be all three.
Yeah.
But they haven't gotten to the obviously
During
the during yet. But who knows how long it'll take them to get to that? But
Years. Well, unless they do some time jumps.
yeah, they could.
They could
They're
do
putting
it.
could
time
do
travel
that.
in Breaking Bad as well.
Yeah.
We haven't even gotten to his name change or anything like that yet. So
Although they kind of alluded to his name. He wouldn't be able to use his name or something like that, or he should try.
yeah,
try
in
a
the
different
second
name.
episode.
Oh yeah,
they're
yeah,
just
the
they're
legal
just-
thing.
The McGill or whatever was a higher legal.
His brother,
firm.
his brother was a part of the guild.
So they had to they wanted him to change his name so he'd stop fucking riding off of it. I guess. I don't know, but it's awesome. It's another fucking Breaking Bad, and it has not disappointed yet.
There was a little bit of shoehorning going in with characters from Breaking Bad in there.
I liked it. I liked it.
Like
I
I,
mean,
I,
was
I liked
shoehorning
Mike
to sell the
like,
series
Mike.
better?
Well, I mean, the end of the first episode reveals a character, like a random character from Breaking Bad, in there that it worked. I mean, for what it was, it worked. I was just thinking it was kind of random, but I mean that's to keep people in there. But it sets up a different storyline that they're starting to set up now. That actually.
Yeah. It's like he had more people with him, and
It's very similar
Breaking
to Breaking
Better
Bad.
Call Babu.
It's it's very similar to Breaking Bad in the sense that it's a guy who is an honest guy who is going where Saul goes. He becomes like a crooked lawyer guy. Eventually, the first two episodes, he's constantly saying, I won't do that. I have integrity, and he is kind of wishy-washy, but he's not
he does that skateboard shit though.
Yeah.
So he's starting to con already. He's trying to
he
dip
used to
into
be
it.
Slippin' Jimmy. That's what they.
Yeah,
he used
yeah.
to be a con artist, but
Yeah.
he's for the most part straight at this point. He just needs a little cash. But then he goes full on. Thank you very much. Put him in the flowers.
Oh. There's nothing like some baby powder scented flowers. That's. Oh,
It smells so bad.
that's. I smell it. I smell it from here.
Good balance.
That's.
That's terrifying.
That is.
Valentine's Day.
Happy
One of his eyelashes is hanging off.
Valentine's Day. That's really creepy. The hair. Just
Anyway.
the hair.
What was it saying? No, I like that it's gonna chronicle him kind of going all in eventually with the illegal shit. But
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna fucking shoehorn in more because that's kind of what it was about. I'm I'm waiting for like at some point just randomly Hank to talk to him, like. You know, like he gets in trouble and somehow has to go to like the DEA and there's Hank. Like that's the next one I would probably think they would throw in, randomly.
The thing about like it being so far along since then, like it's supposed to take place before, but Saul doesn't look like much different than he did when he first started the series. But the guy they brought in for the second episode, he was looking kind of older.
Yeah, he was.
I don't want to say who it was, but
it was a bit noticeable.
Like he was definitely older than when he was originally in the show. But I mean, you have to work around that. Like, I mean, you can't help it. But at the same time, he did look pretty. He looked.
There's been shows like that too that have done that, and it's kind of tough to like throw that in there. Like they did that shit with fucking. They did that shit in Lost, but not to such a dramatic effect. But they fucking. You
just give them bangs. And they're younger.
They killed off fucking. They killed off Charlie in season 2 or 3, I think, and then like fucking people were pissed because that's the fucking dude from the Lord of the Rings.
Dominic
Yeah.
No, that was first season, wasn't it?
No, it was later.
He survived for a good bit. Well, there goes Babu.
I thought he was gone by the time I was watching it, but I thought I didn't finish.
He survives a good bit and then just fucking dies like randomly. It's pretty stupid the way he goes out.
What was the?
He drowns and find Penny's boat. He puts his hands up.
Oh yeah,
I didn't see that then.
That kind of thing.
I remember that. Yeah, that was.
He was looking after the pregnant lady, right?
Yes,
because that was when Desmond came around. So that was a lot.
He was literally used as like a fucking like a tool for the like the story to like fucking some
for Desmond's side story.
Yes, that's all. It
They
was.
brought him back, or
they brought him back at the very end to be with the pregnant chick. Yeah, and there was a long time between because that was probably what fucking. I don't know, season 5 or fucking 6. I don't even know at that point.
Like I said, I gave up on that. I wasn't like,
it was.
I mean, maybe one day if I have the time, I'll watch through them all again on Netflix. And
I think that was pretty much the nail in the coffin too. That like his death was fucked.
Give
like,
up on Babu.
You're destroying the set here, Dan, for Babu.
Not worth at all. Poor Babu.
Poor Carl. Not Carl.
Poor Carl.
Sorry, I was just trying to make it better. Anyway, but no, it's good so far. I liked, they showed Saul after the fact working at like a Cinnabon in like Milwaukee or whatever.
Yeah.
It was really fun. But
watching reruns of his old commercials.
He looked. That was like super depressing.
Yeah.
That was like super depressing.
It's like, well, now we know what he did after Breaking Bad.
Yeah, but like I just like that because it was a clear. Although he is older than when he started in Breaking Bad, they had older, really worn out looking Saul, and then they went back to, hey, I'm Jimmy McGill and stuff like that. Like they did well with making him look younger, I think. Also thicker hair because it's probably a hairpiece, but yeah,
probably.
It's most definitely a hairpiece. But yeah. Anyway, good show. Definitely worth checking out.
I look forward to digesting Breaking Bad. And then by that time, I'm sure the 5 seasons of Better Call Saul will all be done as well.
10 years down the road.
It'll take a while.
The anthology will come out.
It'll take a while to get through.
Then they'll do Jesse spinoff as well. And,
Saul starts his own like meth corner.
That's more so what I'm like. I hope that they at least touch on is where Jesse went after the events of Breaking Bad. Like what he does now. Like
maybe he called Saul.
He's a chemistry teacher.
Saul don't get calls anymore. He fucking works at the goddamn donut shop.
Maybe he makes donuts.
He don't get calls anymore. But yeah.
Anyway, good show. Excited for more. How'd you think of? I haven't watched it yet, but The Walking Dead returning.
Oh, someone said that Saul actually said he'll be managing a Cinnabon in Omaha in the last season.
Okay.
I didn't pick that up. It's been such a while.
Well, no, I remember he had said he was going somewhere, and I didn't quite.
That's pretty funny. That makes it more funny.
What'd you think of The Walking Dead coming back?
Absolute garbage.
All right, next topic.
Woo! I just cannot believe that. Did nobody watch? Did you watch?
I haven't caught it. I have a DVR. I just haven't watched it yet.
2 episodes.
Wow. Total?
I think I did.
Telltale doesn't count.
They're awful. I didn't watch or play the Telltale.
It has gotten just like it's just gotten so bad. Like I just can't I can't understand what the mid-season finale was. Just kind of like, okay, we're gonna pull your heartstrings for the sake of we don't know where the fuck we're going.
I thought it was pretty good.
They come back And it's like, okay, we're gonna go revisit some parts of the comic that we skipped over, but we're also gonna fuck with it at the same time, and like just
That's never good.
Fantastic.
I don't care if they don't follow the comics. Like, I just fucking want it to make sense, and it fucking feels like more time is spent doing nothing than they are actually in a storyline.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like they spend more time walking and fucking driving and going from A to B at this point and talking amongst each other than just fucking being in a conflict or something like that. Like the governor. Like, that was it. The governor, it was a long arc. It ended, and since then it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Oh, here's some cannibals? Nah. Fucking 3 episodes later, done. Like, okay, well, just fucking walk around. Do nothing. Like,
they gotta-
Called
they gotta-
The Walking Dead.
James, they
Carol,
are
I haven't
walking.
seen you since season 2. Let's catch up for 3 episodes and talk about things. Like, it just seems so fucking like, it seems really drawn out. It's just like, but it's not. When it gets to the point where it's not, where it is supposed to be drawn out, then it's quick. It's like, here's a conflict. It's done. Like, why? I know for a fact these guys probably had like you could at least, even if they had a small part in the comic, you fucking made Shane last like 2 goddamn seasons, 3 seasons, and he died in like
1.5.
yeah, in fucking he died super quick in the comics.
Yeah.
But it was a conflict. It was like a super long tug of war. Same with the governor. It was a super long tug of war, and he fucking
They drew
picked
that
off
out
people
for a
of their
long time, too.
picked off people of the group, did shit like that, and it was just like a big arc. And like now there is no big arcs. It's
Well,
just
they're still, they keep teasing, but like after the credits, like about what's his name catching back up with Rick and them.
who?
The guy from the first episode. The
Oh,
one that
Morgan.
went crazy. Yeah.
Morgan. Yeah, but I mean,
They keep teasing that he's on their trail, but like
Yeah,
for what? Like,
but like I think the next big like conflict is that there's a dude I think that inevitably is supposed to kill Glenn, and he does so in a brutal fashion with like a barbed wire baseball bat or something like that.
Ooh.
And like
Rip Glenn.
seemingly you would think that that's the way they're going, but it's like there's so much fluff. There's so much fucking like, what are we doing? We're burying our fucking teammates, and for no, like, what? Nothing is happening. Nothing is fucking happening. Nothing is happening except you're killing people off. And for what reason? I don't fucking know. Because I don't fucking...
that's life.
You make it so I don't even care. Like, they don't get killed off by some dude that's... you know what I mean? Like, fucking, by now, I'm sure, like, with the mid-season finale or whatever, the way What's-Her-Face went out, like, it's just like, all right, nothing really happened. I'll tell you what, they came back. Maggie is barely in that episode. Nothing. They don't even show how that affects her. I'm sure it'll be in the next one, and it'll be spent, the whole fucking episode will be spent on Maggie crying. And that's it. But, like, immediately when you come back, you would think that you would see the results of what happened with her. Whether it's for Daryl or Maggie or anybody, nothing. Nothing. It's a completely different setup, completely different little mini arc. It's just like... I don't understand. I don't understand the way they're doing it. I don't understand. And I was such a fucking big fan of it too.
You
Like,
were
it's
for like the
ridiculous.
first 2 seasons. 3
yeah,
seasons? When was it that you
and
started
then it
falling
got
off?
bad.
It just feels so all over the place. It just feels like
And then you guys had always kind of complained about it early on with pacing issues, with them changing writers and like kind of going all over the place.
there's
And
been a
wasn't
lot
there
of-
like one season that was really good, and then it just like after that it.
There was
pooped,
like
or-
they drug out Shane's thing, and the new guy came in, killed him off right away. They finally had that thing, but like it set up all right because it was like such a, like I said, tug of war. Who knows how long it would have fucking went on with the other
Was
guy.
it after the governor that it started to just? Well,
I
mean, when
think
was
I
that?
think
Was that
I think
season
after
5?
the governor was like the back and forth between the prison, and I felt like that was like
They did that
pretty
for
good.
a season and a half.
Okay.
Yeah. And like the governor's thing, like after the governor's arc is done, like now it's just the whole cannibal thing was just, it was stupid. It was fucking stupid. It was a waste of time. Because I can't recall it. I can't fucking remember what the fuck happened. There was nothing notable that happened. Like, I don't fucking care. That whole fucking arc, stupid. Just didn't make any sense.
They just moved on. It happened and they moved
They
on.
had a whole like 3 episodes at a church, like where they were just trying to talk down a priest and shit like that. It's just like
3 episodes? What?
maybe 2,
Oh, well, that's still like
maybe
More than one?
It's a lot. It's a lot of time dedicated to the not very significant things, and that's what kind of like feels like it's really convoluted now, and it's just like super all over the place. Like I wish they would just get on a track, have one big enemy, build the motherfucker up like the governor, have him kill some of the fucking team in like a really fucked up way, and then
like,
they have to fight him
Carver.
back or whatever. Carver what?
Carver.
In Walking Dead, Telltale.
Oh,
The Telltale Carver,
yes,
yeah.
Michael
yes.
Madsen.
Even then, he didn't really get too much of a build up, but at the same time, yeah, like.
But
just,
there was, yeah, that
there
that,
was a
that's
main
similar, a main
antagonist,
guy
you know, like something
that
where
throws them off, and it's not just
Walking
about
Dead
surviving
games have been
anymore.
doing it very well.
Exactly.
They've been doing it like, and those are episodic, usually like an hour and a half to 2.5 hours, and like there's a beginning, middle, and end to each episode. I mean, generally there's a lot of cliffhanger stuff, but it's impactful every single time. Now it's different because it's an interactive medium, because like you're making the decisions.
Yeah,
stuff like that makes it more intense. But at the same time, like they just aren't presenting this shit so much in the show. It's more so just like walking around, or the stuff that they did with what's his name, where Eugene were pretty good. Like I thought that was all right.
where he just ended up fooling them all.
Yeah, like I like
That was obvious, though.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was just like.
But I liked that, and then he spent.
But again, that was in that story arc. Where did it go?
No,
they
no.
left. They took. Abraham took fucking what's his face Eugene. He took his crew. He took Glenn and Maggie. They left. Spent how long away from them, and they went right.
Spent an
fucking
entire
back to the
episode
group.
with what's his name laying on his knees, and then Eugene laying knocked out for an episode.
So what came from that? They eventually got to the road where there was a shit ton of fucking zombies and they couldn't pass through. They fucking I don't know what happened with the fire truck or something like that. Something happened. They end up going back, and it's just like, all right, well that entire portion, what I pulled from that, or what I should say, you wanted me to pull from that, was that Eugene lied and he doesn't know what he's doing and why he's doing what he's doing. That, and I guess Abraham has a really, really big emotional tie. You know, like. Those were like that was it. That was all I pulled from that. But that's just so much time wasted on just that.
Yeah.
It's just like
By the way, Abraham's family, very dumb.
Abraham's
You killed a
family.
man. That scares us. We're gonna leave you now. Like he was protecting them. It was right after the outbreak. He to protect his family. I guess he like murdered somebody or like attacked somebody, and they got freaked out by it and ran off.
These blue
So
ones are awful. By the
He
way.
survived. I doubt they.
They're all
did.
pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
Those candy hearts.
Orange ones aren't too bad, but
Yeah, it just seems like all over the place, and it's just kind of hard to follow when it's like slow, and then you got a conflict, and then it goes through super quick.
Yeah.
And like
Somebody had compared in the chat compared it to Game of Thrones in the sense that they kill characters off, but somebody else in the chat replied and said, because they were like Walking Dead, aka Game of Thrones. Somebody replied and said, but things are happening in Game of Thrones. There's a million different stories and threads that are going, and like no one person's story is more important than like other ones. Like there's different threads. Walking Dead, it's literally there are different stories going on, but they're all just boring. Like they're just like. I liked last season. I liked the last.
It's like they're like mostly
that was
like
good.
you know when fucking Daryl and fucking Merle's thing, like Daryl had his thing going on, you actually cared about it because Daryl was trying to find Merle and all that shit while the group was doing their other stuff. Or when like Glenn got captured by the governor, he was fucking getting tortured, and they showed his POV while like the group was doing this, and it's just like that you actually fucking cared about what both of them were doing. And then they hit the point where it's like now we're gonna split into groups of fucking 3 or groups of 2. Which ended up 3 groups, and each episode was just like, oh, here's fucking Daryl and what's her face just fucking drinking moonshine.
The
and,
biggest problem about it is they dedicate entire episodes to those groups as opposed to intercutting them throughout to keep you interested and engaged in what's going on, as opposed to an entire episode
it
dedicated.
just
to
wastes
them.
too much time. It wastes way too much.
They
time.
literally could have taken all that shit that they did and just intercut
in
them
one episode.
in one episode,
as opposed to 3.
as opposed to dedicating each one.
Because I feel like I'm watching the same timeline except through 3 different POVs and no POV. Maybe at the most one of the POVs is actually doing something entertaining. Kind of ridiculous, but that sucks. But yeah, that episode pissed me off. It pissed me off.
Haven't watched yet.
I
Watch
was
soon.
I was not expecting what
Sounds
happened.
like a Lost style show at this point.
Oh,
I just hope
the
that
storyline
I
got
hope they
lost somewhere in the writing.
Yeah.
I just hope they get to a conflict and then they actually drag it out and fucking.
Do you watch
do
The
it right.
Talking Dead anymore?
Nope.
Neither. Well, I haven't watched it since we used to
Nope.
watch it a little bit. But like, what do they
It's
talk
filled-
about on that show anymore?
The show is filled with like fucking asking obvious questions and getting obvious answers. It's just like,
What do you think's gonna happen with your character?
yeah.
Tune in there.
Can't say
Man,
anything.
We
Gee,
fucked
how
up.
did
Thanks for joining us tonight on The Talking Dead.
How did Daryl feel after your brother died? He felt really bad. He was emotionally just distraught. Well, gee, you think? I mean, all right.
You tune into The Talking Dead next time, it's just like, geez, okay, we fucked up. I don't know how to fix this.
That was actually something that supposedly Norman Reedus like came out and I guess he told, I don't know if he told the director or told somebody that like he didn't like how that went down where Merle dies and in the next episode there is literally no mention of Merle at all, like, and that was it. And like they tend to do that a lot where it's just like move forward, like fuck what just happened. We use it in the moment. Like,
Yeah.
we'll kill this person in the moment, but the
CM
next time, that'll be it.
Yeah. CM Punk on the Talking Dead.
No, he's been doing MMA now.
No,
He's
he did.
fucking-
He did. He was on the Talking Dead recently.
Recently, again. It's like his
Like
third
last-
time on there.
Yeah, he was, I remember seeing him.
He's been on there so much.
Anyway, Jordan.
Okay. It's time for a quick break brought to you by our sponsors. Here we go. You ready for this?
Which one is this?
Well, we're down here now. So, like I said, this episode brought to you part by Squarespace. So, building a website can be tough. It can be very tough. It can
I
be
agree with that.
quite the big
Ours is
undertaking.
still-
We're still working hard.
It's taken ours quite a while. If only we had used Squarespace.
Even if you don't know your way around coding and all that stuff, creating something that looks good and works well is very time consuming. Whether it's for a business, portfolio, restaurant, or whatever, in this day and age, you probably need one anyway. Well, lucky for you guys, Squarespace makes it easy to build beautiful websites without breaking a sweat. I know, I'm breaking a sweat just doing Creature Talk, to be honest. So, but yeah, Squarespace provides simple, powerful. It is. I was going to say that, simple, powerful, beautiful website templates for you to work with. Not only that, but those templates are part of Squarespace's responsive design that makes, which means your website scales to look great on any device. That means mobile.
Does our website do
tablets.
that?
I don't
I
know.
hope
man.
it does one day.
I didn't think
Maybe
about that part.
when it gets up.
Further minimizing the hassles of making a website on your own. Every website you build also comes with a free online store if you need it. So you can sell stuff like Creature Carls, whatever you need to sell.
Baby
Product.
baboos.
Cookies, baby
Baby
baboos.
heads.
There's just all sorts of stuff that you can do. Just need something minimalistic but powerful. Their cover page feature also allows you to set up a beautiful one-page online presence in minutes. So it doesn't even have to be a complicated site. It's just all straightforward and easy. But yeah, you can't beat the ease and simplicity that Squarespace has set up. Squarespace does give the 24/7 online support and the beautiful website for only $8 a month. $8 a month. You can even try the free domain if you buy Squarespace for a year. So you get something that you can actually name your site after. Meow.com. That's probably not available. Probably taken.
Probably
but still,
taken.
something
100%
similar.
taken, actually.
Here you go, fact checker coming in.
Probably
Oh,
taken.
boy. Here we go.
110%.
But, so yeah, there's nothing you should wait for. You can actually start a free trial now with no credit card and start building a website today.
It is taken, isn't it?
Cat gifts.
And there we go. But yeah, so when you decide to go try it out, you can go to squarespace.com/creature and use the offer code creature to get 10% off your first purchase and show your support for Creature Talk. But we would like to thank Squarespace for sponsoring and supporting Creature Talk because it's pretty awesome. Squarespace, build it beautiful.
How's that enlarging it?
What is going on here? What the hell?
I don't wanna. I don't have to. I ain't gonna. Is that like a Grumpy Cat kind of ripoff or?
That was Grumpy Cat before Grumpy Cat was a
yeah.
thing. That's a 90s.
I think they
looking show
sent
right
a
there.
cease and desist to Grumpy Cat.
Probably.
Wow.
Anyway.
So we have a couple more topics here just before.
Can
you
we
know.
hire the guy that made Baby Babu and just have him make
Oh.
the heads and just like sell those as merch?
I don't even remember what his body looked like because he's been bodiless for
pretty
so long.
realistic.
It was pretty much like
It was pretty
a
hairy.
giant raisin.
Yeah, it was pretty hairy and realistic. It was very disturbing.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, his head is disturbing as well. But
Yeah.
He's been through so much.
he has this poor little guy. I would touch him and hold him, but he reeks and he made my
Does
hands
smell
smell
pretty
quite a bit.
bad.
Mm-hmm.
Does
So
smell pretty bad.
we do have. We are actually approaching on the hub 1 million subscribers. Getting very close. Getting very close to 1 million subscribers.
Exact number, Dan.
James is just like, this is old hat. He's been past
James has
2
been through
million
that
for
before. I mean, he has his big gold.
It's more exciting to see the hub at a million.
It is
Finally,
because it's a different kind of channel.
Yeah, it is.
It's
a
different
It's a
content.
different beast.
We are at 977,188.
So with some rough projections, it's going to be like, if we don't get massive influxes, about a month. So we're starting the planning now.
Well, I'll tell you what. We could get some massive influxes if motherfuckers that keep ripping our shit and posting it on Reddit would actually fucking credit us because it never happens. We
So-
have been featured so much as of late. It's crazy because the content has been awesome. The fucking Jenga stuff, awesome stuff. A bunch of shit, awesome stuff.
Dark Souls hot seat made
We don't
on
have
Injure.
them. We
I
don't
watched that
have
shit.
them
That was
very
dope.
often,
That was
okay?
dope.
We don't have them very often. But when we have a fucking moment like that,
Dancing Bane.
people fucking take them,
Everything.
they gif it, and it fucking gets posted, and it's on the front fucking page of different sites, different Reddits, all this shit, and there is no fucking link to us at all whatsoever.
At least, thank you at least to the fans that are smart enough to link the source in the comments.
In
I
the
mean,
comments,
It's not the
but like
best,
I said,
but
sometimes they don't show. Like if I'm looking at it on my phone and I'm like, holy shit, look at me, there I am on a fucking viral thing on fucking top page. Where's the link?
Nobody knows it's me.
You
All
have
right.
to you have to like click to get to the comments and all
Nobody
that.
knows it's you.
yep, that kind of sucks. Yeah, we've experienced it first with Dancing Bane, of course, with
That
that.
was the first one, and then you guys had the bear, not the horse thing, the horse head thing on Tumblr.
With me and Seamus doing the horse head.
got like several 100,000 notes on
Jesus,
Tumblr.
yeah.
What was that from? What video was that?
That
in?
was fuck. What was that?
Was it a Vine?
I think it was like a video James did for his channel where he's just like, you want to see something really hot or something like that, and then
It was
just like cut
probably
to them.
something weird, yeah. And I just pulled Seamus in, gave him a horse mask, and we just did that. And it was just like super, like, it was super random. But like, yeah, there's been plenty.
Hey,
There's been
then
plenty of stuff
Dancing
like that.
Bane GIF 2 years ago, Imgur. 1.4 million views.
How about you look up the Dark
Oh,
Souls
that video?
one?
It probably
Please.
hasn't even moved
Please.
from whatever it was before.
Please,
Yep.
we had the Dark Souls one. We had the
Dark
fucking
Souls
Jenga
one was
stuff.
like
Had the
Please.
Bane one, had the horse
Please.
the Dark Souls one was on the top of Reddit, and then also Imgur is like a kind of a sister
I understand
site.
that they wanted to fucking be like an in general thing. It's just like, oh, look at this. It's like an in general like reaction
Yeah.
thing. But come on, fuck, we don't get that shit very often. You don't fucking get a viral thing very often. Fucking link us, please. What the fuck?
Just
Why
so
is
people
that
know
so
who we
hard?
are.
Why?
There have been a good amount of fans that just spammed the comments with the links, though.
So
Thankfully.
Oh, here's the
Dancing
Dark-
Bane is at 629,000. It hasn't really moved much from in the last few years, but there's a comment on it 4 months ago. So Dan is the origin of the Dancing Bane GIF. Amazing.
Incredible.
Okay, look up the Dark Souls GIF really quick.
Oh, the Dark Souls.
yeah,
on
you
Imgur?
wait till you see how many views.
Yeah,
is
that
on
What,
that
what,
thing.
what was it called? Do you know?
Someone said my dog has over 100K on fucking Tumblr.
I know
Wouldn't
like a
doubt
lot of my
that.
kitten stuff has like hundreds of thousands of notes on Tumblr.
Please.
Like before I really knew what Tumblr
Please.
was.
Please. I'm happy that people in the comments are like, oh, I love the creatures. This is great. I watch them all the time. But we don't get any fucking links out of that shit.
Nobody
Nobody
fucking, like,
nobody
rips
knows
anything.
it's us.
They just rip it. They don't credit anything.
They rip it,
I don't know.
fucking
what
post
would it
it,
be
and we don't
called?
get any credit.
It's something like
Dark Souls glitch or
yeah, it's something about glitch.
It was like when a glitch works in your favor
Yeah, when a glitch
Yeah.
works in your favor. Kind of thing.
for the Dark Souls. Please. That Dark Souls thing was so old too. Well, it wasn't
not
crazy
old, but by
old.
the time
We got our first round of something falling. I don't know what happened.
What
but
fell?
I don't know. One of the garlands.
oh yeah, the middle one. The middle one dripped. Whoops.
Yep. Rip.
Let makes me sad.
I had first experienced this when I worked on the Gears of War 3 trailer with the Duo group, and I spent a lot of months working on this in Unreal Engine and made, it was like there was a Johnny Cash cover song that went over like a lot of custom animations and stuff for the Gears of War 3 trailer. I can't remember what it's called. I think it was just What Have I Become? And it got like 10,000, 20,000 views on one of our channels, and some kid ripped it. Kotaku, all the sites linked the other kids'
Game trailers,
video.
I remember that.
Everyone linked it. And the kid's video got like almost 1 million views, and ours is sitting there like at 20,000.
The people that actually made the video got shit for credit, where this kid ripped
Did they cut
it.
out the credits?
Yep.
Huh?
Did they cut out the credits?
No, I think like eventually he just threw a bunch of annotations all over it, linking to his other stuff.
That's
so,
such bullshit.
hey, it
That's
was
such
pretty
bullshit.
When a glitch kicks in during a boss fight,
that's what it
Yeah,
was.
that's what it is.
2.5 million views.
Fuck
There
me.
it
No credit.
In the asshole.
Now let's see Hot Seat Dark Souls.
It's actually our most viewed hot seat through like barely anyone like.
Look at that
going
new
to-
thumbnell I had done up. I need to do another one actually.
Come on, please.
How many views?
Please.
200,000.
Come on.
200,000.
Please. Come on. That is not fair.
10% of the views.
Come
that the
on.
gift
And
got.
I think only about 40,000 people came from that over.
We need. Okay, hold on. We take all these clips. We upload them individually, just a small section. See how it does.
No, what we should do is do that. Take the clip, name it the same exact title that the fucker
When a
did on
glitch-
Reddit. So when they search for
Dancing
that,
Bane. It's a
comes
2-second video of
Yeah.
me doing that.
that's it. That's it. It comes up as that.
That GIF has been featured in so many top GIFs of the internet videos, and I get tweets all the time. Hey, you were in this, and that video has like 5 million views because it's all the funny GIFs
That
and stuff like that.
fucking Jenga stuff was so fucking good, and I said it immediately after we got done recording
was
I was just
so
like,
good.
holy shit, that was
tweeted
really
about
good.
it.
We didn't expect that game to be that good, and then fucking people were messaging me like, I seen the Jenga thing on this
on
Reddit
Reddit.
page. It's all over Reddit. All these different Jenga gifs. And I was like, they probably aren't fucking crediting it either because they're fucking, it's nothing happening.
I used to listen to Free Beer and Hot Wings all the time. They're like a nationally syndicated radio show, and they feature. I guess they talked about it on their show, and they called us like gamer nerds and stuff like that. But they,
Oh, man.
on their
Gamer
website,
nerds.
they make fun of
Wonderful.
everybody on that show. But on their website, they linked out to a video of somebody who had taken just that portion, uploaded on YouTube, and
Man,
Say
that
what?
sucks.
They took a piece of the Jenga one.
yeah, somebody had taken it out of the actual part.
Out of the
uploaded it
video.
to YouTube, just the section, and then Free Beer and Hot Wings used that to link to, not our video. And that person also did not credit us.
Oh my
Hey,
fucking
another
God,
thing, the
please.
swatting thing.
Well, I mean that's the biggest thing, but
That's
that
a little
wasn't
bit
really,
different.
like-
But I mean, like,
You know, how many times did we get? How many times did they got our name wrong completely in the fucking swatting thing? They were saying names that they were pulling out of their ass. Like never even fucking heard of usernames that they
They were
saying.
generally
weird
crediting the
stuff.
people, like the person who uploaded it to YouTube and stuff like that. And it
It's
wasn't
like,
us.
well, they upload it, so it has to be the same person. I mean, that'd be pretty
I
weird
can't
if we
believe
just
it.
went like the
Someone
next day
said
and
fucking
uploaded
watermark. Let's just fucking put a transparent Carl. But what the fuck is that gonna do? That's not gonna fucking. It doesn't say unless we put.
We got to put the youtube.com/creature hub in
we have to
everything.
put like
Yeah.
our URL and everything because like.
You know, it's sad, but that is actually true. If we ever
It's
wanna,
happened
like,
so
That's just
often
so,
as of late. It's
like-
ridiculous because like the content is really, really good as of late, but like it's getting good to the point where like people are fucking gifting it, taking it, and fucking just ripping it, putting it elsewhere, and it's getting
Yeah.
millions of views elsewhere and nowhere near us. People just don't even fucking know that it's us. Ridiculous. I don't know how many people have that problem in the fucking YouTube community.
Sure, a
like,
good bit too.
Good bit.
it feels like it's been
clips.
happening a good bit lately to us, and it's just like, well, fuck.
Maybe eventually people start linking us, then it'll be like no big deal.
It'll be.
But it's
it'll
at
be
least
awesome.
getting our faces
if you've
out
ever,
there,
If
like-
you ever gift something and fucking put it up somewhere, if you ever fucking did that and you actually did credit, thank you. But
Or if you can go back, if you're one of the Imgur people, and you can go back and,
and
edit it,
edit
Put a
it
watermark
after
over it.
you got
all
already.
sins will be forgiven.
After
a
you got
watermark
4
over the
million
GIF.
views, after it's already hit the front page and it's
When you
now
make the GIF.
slipping down, it's no longer getting any traction. Be sure to add our link now. Fucking. Oh, please.
Hey, the fart prank gone wrong video where you guys pranked Kevin while he was streaming passed 1 million views recently.
Nice.
Hey.
Our prank videos do pretty well.
The fart spray one was featured on their actual
The barf spray.
The barf spray, yeah. The holiday one
Apocalypse, yeah.
was actually featured on the.
They have
their
it on
site.
their site.
It's like embedded on their site.
It says like, don't take our word for it. Check out these user testimonials, and it's
yeah.
Oh boy.
Here's a word from our customer.
yeah.
We don't want to like someone said, fucking do copyright claims and stuff like that. Like, I don't want to fucking take that stuff down. I like that it's there, and I like that people are
If
doing
only
that.
we were credited.
I just want credit for that. I just want fucking, if we're over here fucking busting our asses to make the content, and we get fucking 200K, and then the GIF itself gets fucking 3-4 million views, and nothing comes back to us. Like, that's pretty
That
fucked.
had happened once before with actually a popular gaming channel on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Had used my Dancing Bane thing, and people were telling me about it. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I went and checked it out. I was like, oh, sweet, that we're featured on this channel that is a larger channel. They're in the gaming space. And then I look in the description. There's nothing. Like, they don't credit us at all. And so I sent them a message under the Creature Hub. Did not reply, did not. I was like, could you either credit us or, maybe take down the video if you're not going to credit us, because we would like to be credited. And nothing. It's still
That's
up.
like worst case scenario. Like, I don't want to fucking go and be like, yeah, take that shit down. Like, why just fucking put a link? Just put a link.
There's
It's
been
not
a
that
shit ton
fucking
of
hard.
times.
If you're a fan and you enjoy watching our content, then why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you just fucking put a link?
Yeah, there's been a shit ton of times where I've seen like clips of just like gameplay, like fucking the other day there was one of this cop car going off this ramp into some dump truck, and it was just like the 1 in a million chance that the car would actually land there, like phase up in the back of the truck. So it's like, all right, sweet. What's that from? I want to go actually watch and see like what's that?
The full
what that's
version,
from.
right?
Yeah, I can't fucking find what it's from because
So you have to scroll in the comments and look for source.
yeah, and there's like on that one there was nothing in the comments about that. It was just like, oh yeah, I remember that. I'm like, from what? What do you remember it from? It's not there.
Somebody said, never send a PM, always use the comments section. I'll do that next
that
time.
is true.
Yeah,
I'll do that
guess.
next time.
You could have got like a bunch of thumbs up, and then they would have taken.
Well, back then,
notice.
thumbs up wasn't a thing. That was like
That was a while ago.
so that
that
was
was
the old
right after
system.
the Dancing Bane thing.
So you would have actually maybe been buried for your negative comment. Like, whereas now all the negative comments
Highlights
are just
the negative comments.
Yeah, they all show. It's fucking ridiculous. Like,
Yeah. Well,
that's so shitty.
anyway, we have a few tricks up our sleeve planned for when we do hit a Milo. So keep your eyes open for that.
Tricks? You gonna do a trick for $1 million?
Jordan's going to turn tricks for a
He's
million
gonna do a
subs.
trick. He's gonna show you how to do butterfly knife tricks.
Yep. We're actually rebranding this.
We have
I
some tricks
shouldn't
in
have said
store
that.
for you at $1
Rebranding
million
the channel
subs.
the butterfly knife tricks and tips.
No, he's turning tricks. Means you're going to sell your body for
Yep.
money. Turning tricks.
He's thinking something else
Give him
completely.
some handies with that skill that you've developed there.
Yeah.
That would be kind of dangerous to do that with the butterfly knife and
With a
then
penis.
Oh boy.
Anyway,
anyway.
you could take that one out. Next,
Next.
Okay. So
Assassin's Creed movie
yeah.
is moving forward.
Yep, it is.
So they
The Michael
announced
Fassbender starring
and
role
producing.
and he's producing it.
We talked about this. When it was originally announced, Ubisoft Studios opened up and they were like, "Okay, we're gonna make a Splinter Cell movie and we're gonna make an Assassin's Creed movie." There's been practically no word on the Splinter Cell movie outside of Tom Hardy has been cast, and there was practically no word on Assassin's Creed outside of Michael Fassbender set to star and produce. They put on a director for Splinter Cell, Doug Liman, the guy who did Edge of Tomorrow and the first Bourne movie. He was going to direct. He still is, as far as I know. But but there has been no movement on that. But recently, there's finally been movement on the Assassin's Creed movie. They had given it a release date a couple months ago, I think, of December 21st, 2016. Yeah. And they just cast, I guess, maybe a female lead in Marianne Cotillard from Inception and Dark Knight Rises.
Talia,
it's the Talia
as well as Mal.
Maul, yeah. You remember her, James?
I want to say Maud for some reason. I
Talia
don't know
al
why.
Ghul from Dark Knight Rises, the girl. Inception, Leo's wife.
Yes.
Okay, there you go. So she was cast in there. Jordan thought, like, earlier, he thought they started filming.
I saw like a bunch of retweets from like UBPR guys saying that it begins filming.
No.
That's why I thought that. I mean, okay.
The article I read in which she was cast, it said they
I'll
start
just,
filming
you
in
know,
the fall.
I'll go off of my, UB leads, and you can go off of your fake movie
My
website.
fake movie website. They start filming in the fall, and it'll be out next year at the end.
I hope there's a tower defense scene.
Oh, that'd be pretty good.
That'd be pretty nice.
I wonder what direction they're going with it. Like, if it's going to... I would assume, I guess, it would just start from the beginning and kind of
Will it be
redo
modern
it all.
day? Or will it be
I'm sure they'll have all the Animus stuff in there. It's just like,
completely
what
different
time
adaptation.
period are they going?
Yeah.
With Michael Fassbender, he's English, but I'm sure he could, do whatever.
Is he going to be both the Desmond and the assassin?
He's set to
He might
star
be the
in the movie, so
ancestor.
he would be the ancestor, probably.
Who will be the Desmond?
Nolan North?
Nolan North.
No.
Wow.
That would be pretty good.
So Nolan North
Gary
will
Busey.
turn into...
Gary Busey.
My ancestors!
They should do something like they did for fucking Looper and have whoever's playing the Desmond put you got makeup on.
Michael
him to look
Fassbender
like,
makeup on?
Yeah, to make him look like him when he's the assassin.
Well, there is a bit of I don't know if they'll go into this. There's something called the Sage in Assassin's Creed, and he's like a mixed DNA individual that is from kind of the precursor race, but is also human, and he reincarnates. So he looks the same back in so you meet him when he's like back in time, and then you also meet him in present day. Wonder if they're doing something like that.
Is he immortal, or does he...
No, every time he dies, he will reborn. He'll be
Okay, so
reborn
he-
in a different form.
But he looks... he looks different each
He
time?
looks the same every single time.
Okay, but he goes from baby
But
to
he-
old man every single time.
Yeah. So he lives his life, and then when he dies, he'll end up somewhere else on the planet, like randomly and
I
stuff.
don't even know what the fuck you're
That's-
talking
Well,
about.
we're just about to wrap up.
That's
give
quite
a
the
shit.
This drink's right there.
quite the fucking
There are
plot.
drinks right here. Never mind.
Look at that.
So you're not going anywhere, mister.
So we'll see.
Yeah, you're staying right
I'd like to see if they do, because that was like one of the cooler parts of Assassin's Creed, and they more so started to implement it around Assassin's Creed 4 with this whole thing called the Sage, and it'd be cool if they started to implement it in the movies part.
You are loved.
You are loved.
You are loved. Anyway.
So that'll be interesting.
We didn't... we have the Singagram. That was very Valentine's Day-y.
Almost fucked up your wand.
Very nice. Hopefully you
know,
guys
I don't wanna
had
fuck up my
enjoyed
wand.
our Valentine's Day podcast for Creature Talk.
Didn't expect I'd see that man again.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
might be
I've
seeing
got
him
his
again.
card now.
oh, what?
Ooh.
Got his card.
You got his card.
What's his name? His first name.
Can't remember.
Oh.
Oh,
I want to know his first name. Do you still have?
he could
I
be
wanna know his
watching.
first name
or were you just
too.
bullshitting? He was probably bullshitting.
He doesn't even have his card.
I know his website.
know his website.
I have
No,
his
it's-
number
Does
in
he
my
run the
phone.
company?
Huh?
Seems like it.
He's the head honcho.
Hire him.
Seems
Next
like
time,
it.
stay seated so it is a lap dance. Because that's the joke.
I didn't
he
know.
made.
I didn't know what he was going for because he said we'll do the lap dance and then he pulled his chair out. So I figured maybe I'd sit in his chair instead of
down
my
there.
chair.
Well, I told
But
him he
then
should probably like.
when
come-
I was going for your chair, he stopped me and it was just like, no, motherfucker, I'm
Yeah.
singing to you. So I didn't know if he wanted to. I mean, I would have took it.
Next year.
I would have
Next
took
year
it.
you'll have your
No,
chance.
next year goes to somebody else. Fuck that. Next year somebody else. Give it to Seamus.
Who
Give
else
Seamus
is it
the lap
logical
dance.
to transfer to? It was, you did it to Alex
Dex.
originally, and then Alex did it to you.
Dex.
Seamus. Do it to Seamus.
Dex
I'd
or
love to see.
Seamus?
I'd love to see Seamus's reaction. I
Seamus
don't
just
know
be like, yeah. He would go along with it.
Oh.
Be somebody.
Oh, man.
Be somebody. Somebody will get it.
Gotcha.
Just do it to somebody random, like somebody out there, like a different business.
Yeah, we'll
have him go up and sing.
We'll different offices in the building.
Just go fucking up. Just flickered
No,
again.
it flickered because it was looping. Because I usually don't use Windows Media Player, but since it was fucking up on VLC, then- sorry, it'll be
well.
a longer loop next time.
Well, everyone, thank you again for joining us for Creature Talk today. But you can help us stay free to download and watch by completing this short anonymous survey. It'll take no more than 5 minutes of your time, And your answers, man, I can't even read today. I apologize.
I'll do it.
Oh, well,
This is similar to the survey that we did before, right?
yeah, it's the same thing.
So your answers will help match our show with advertisers that best fit the sensibilities of our podcast and its listeners like you. Like you. Listeners who complete the survey will be entered in an ongoing monthly raffle to win a $100 Amazon Gifto card.
Do you have a hundo in your wallet, James?
I have a hundo in my wallet. It's not an Amazon hundo though, but it's just normal hundo. I mean,
You can't use that.
I can't use that on Amazon. I have to take it to the bank first. Whatever.
I guess
have 100
that's true.
krona.
Yeah.
They
have
will not
300
be sharing
krona.
your email address. They will not send you
give you 100
emails
krona.
unless you win. So please go to podsurvey.com/creature. That's podsurvey.com/creature to take the survey, get a chance to win the gift card, help us out for future sponsors so that way we do not have weird stuff going on in our sponsor sections. Got to cater it to you. Cater
You
it to
guys. That once again, you guys.
Yeah, you
You
guys.
guys.
Yeah, thank you
guys.
so much for joining
That
us.
just fell some more.
It just fell again.
Well, what are you going to do about that?
That just fell some more.
What are you doing? Are you trying to break?
You got it.
I'm surprised there's not beads everywhere.
Start tearing this down.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Fuck you.
I don't actually want to do it.
Oh no! Watch out for my one.
What the fuck? Why is it so heavy?
What a shot! Ah! Oh! Why? Oh, my crown!
That. Here.
Jeez. Jesus. Jesus. Jesus.
Watch out.
What? What is that?
Were you blocking?